Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Evicted podcast. Yeah. I'm your host, Jareth. You can follow me at jdowney_5 on Instagram. And then my co-host over here.
Hello, it's your homie, the one and only, Dr. Q. And you, of course, you can follow me on Instagram at LoveDrQ. Or if you want to follow me on Facebook, look up Q Hefner. It's a very secure name. I came up with it first.
Yeah.
No affiliation to the Playboy guy.
Welcome to the show. You can follow us, the show, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that yada, at Evicted Podcast. And, of course, we're on YouTube.
And Spotify and Apple. Don't you forget that.
Forgot
you
about those
son
ones.
Of a bitch.
And today, before we get to the guest, another special thank you to Liz from the camera store. I just remembered, so I had to shout it out.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
shout out to Liz.
Shout out to Liz, letting you see our sexy faces, and more importantly, her sexy face. Jess, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Miss Jess Broz.
Hello. Nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited and a little bit nervous how this evening is going to go.
It's okay. Jareth makes me nervous too. It's how it goes. It's not, it's natural.
Yeah, well, I just have a certain air about me, you know. Is it BO?
You do.
Possibly. Anyways.
I don't know what that smell was. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Jess is a local artist living right here in Calgary. She's done a whole bunch of projects. Currently, I believe, a student at AU.
AU Arts.
Hell yeah.
Alberta University of the Arts.
Fuck
formerly
yeah.
known as ACAD, yeah.
Yeah. That always
That's what
confused me.
ACAD turned into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it upgraded.
Because when he said that, I was like, no, dude, she said ACAD. And then he's like, oh, they upgraded.
That's
Yeah.
upgraded.
The only
Okay.
reason I remembered that it changed is because my ex-girlfriend also
Nice.
was going to ACAD.
Cool. What was your major?
Don't know. She dropped out.
Okay. I've heard that happens to art students sometimes.
Yeah. They're like, oh, never mind.
That's fair.
But props to you for going through with it.
Thank you.
I guess we'll start off the top. I know, like, a lot of people from, not saying that you're old, but you're older than I am.
I'm older than you, 100%.
And a lot of people from older generations, they first got into art through stuff like graffiti. I'm just wondering, how did you get into it, and how did you want to, go down that path and say, fuck yeah, I want to do this shit?
Yeah, that's a legit question. I appreciate the question.
You're welcome.
So I started painting about 10 years ago, just like as a hobby, something I like to do on the side.
Oh, yeah.
And then, as I was traveling, I really enjoyed going to art museums. I had a lot of appreciation for art. So I've been to the Louvre and, I've been to the UK and been to the museums there.
Oh, cool.
In London and, Amsterdam. I've been to the Van Gogh Museum. And
Did you ever go to Italy?
I didn't. I haven't yet. It's on my list, though. There's a lot I want to see there, too. And I only wish that when I was there, I had the understanding and appreciation that I have now, but I didn't go to school at the time. I just really loved art.
Mm-hmm. You're just
So
this is cool.
Yeah, I dig it. Art is really cool.
Did you check out the red light district in Amsterdam?
I sure did.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I had a really interesting evening one night
Nice.
in the red light district. Yeah, I just was solo having a beer at a bar, and my Fitbit told me I got home at 7 or back to my hotel. Home. 7:35 in the morning. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I have
Hell
no
yeah.
recollection how I got there, but I got there.
And you
And
got
she's
there
here
safe
today,
and sound,
so-
and she's looking fantastic.
Yeah,
So
thank
that
you.
is good.
I made
That's the
it.
most important part.
Yeah. So I really wanted to pursue art after, a 10-year corporate career. I wanted to shift gears.
After
Yeah.
death on death on wheels.
Well, the treadmill,
yeah.
the treadmill of life,
What kind of corporate gig did you have?
So I was working with an agency, and we were working with a number of, high-profile clients here in Calgary, and they were taking us, to other places throughout the States and stuff.
Cool.
So I got to have incredible experiences with them.
That's
I
good.
bet
But you were
that's
just like, time for a change.
I needed to
Need
change. I was really burnt out. I was really
No,
tired.
no,
I was
I
working
getcha.
a lot. I didn't have a lot of.
Oh
you
yeah,
know-
if you're
Not a lot
flying
of
like
freedom.
place to place, yeah, you're just like constantly staying in hotels,
Yes.
Jet lag.
constantly like ordering food, can't ever make it for yourself.
Yeah.
And then, that it's always fun at first, that glamour's there, but then afterwards it's like, I just want to go home and pet my kitties. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I was getting my groceries at the airport. You know, I'd be like leaving to go to somewhere, and I know I wouldn't have time to like eat. So I was like living off of beef jerky and, you know, packaged nuts. And if I was like flying domestically, I could have bananas, you know?
Nice. That's
like
baller.
I
Hell
lived
yeah.
off of this stuff.
But
yeah.
otherwise, they're like, get that shit off of my fucking plane.
I just fuck off with the jerky.
No, not the jerky, the bananas. Jerky's not a
gotta
problem.
get that potassium. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you need the potassium.
But airlines won't let you do it.
Don't make me kiss you right now.
If you're flying domestic, you can. Not
But
international,
international, you can't. Because
no.
they're like,
Yeah.
You
we
might
don't know
have
what those
bombs
are carrying.
in
We
your
don't
bananas.
know. They're
Oh.
really up with, especially with like spiders and shit.
Very much
They don't
so.
want you.
Oh no, they don't give a shit about spiders. They
Because
care
like
about
if we import bananas from,
money, cocaine, guns, because 9/11 was sick, and
in a bad way.
Well, obviously, no, it wasn't good. But and yeah, like bombs and shit. That's
No,
what
but
they
seriously,
look for. And they always
they
pick the
don't let
wrong
you-
people.
They don't let you take produce on internet.
Oh no, I
don't,
know.
no.
No, not at all.
I tried to go through with an apple once, and
they're
I
just
could
like-
have I could have gotten like a $500 fine. He's like, you know, you can't
Really?
take that, and I was like, why? It came from California. It has the sticker on it.
like straight out of your.
It came from where I'm going. I'm
think
just
I
taking it
edited it?
home.
Well, that's weird.
You know?
I knew like
Please,
you,
come on.
I knew there's like a certain amount of like ounces of like fluids you can take before it's like you can't have that much, but they'll serve you as much liquor on the plane as you want. So that's a
They
little
just want
fast
you rested,
backwards.
man.
Well, they just want your money, homie.
But yeah, like
Yes, they want
they
you.
don't want you bringing any possible invasive species or whatever.
Well, that is
course.
true. Because like when I was in El Salvador, I got a turtle shell, and I wanted to bring it, but I didn't know you're supposed to declare those kind of things. I
yeah.
just didn't. I've never flown before, so it was new for me. And homie, I guess I don't know why they picked me through the line. They're like, yeah, let's search this guy. And so they did, and they found the turtle shell, and they're like, why didn't you declare this? And I'm like, declare a turtle shell? I mean, you can see what it is, you fucking idiot. Like, what do you mean, declare it? And he's like, you have to put on the piece of paper that you have an animal, like, or, what's it called? Like, you know, like animal type product. And I'm like, I didn't know that. It was a genuine mistake. I got it for my brother because he likes turtles. And I thought, hey, it's a turtle shell. Turtles, you know, it kind of like links up. It just makes sense.
Next
Did you
thing
get to
knew,
bring it home?
No.
No, they kept it.
Jacques Cousteau, that French motherfucker, was so rude to me. He treated me like I was like some kind of like high profile drug dealer or something.
Did you get the private room treatment?
No, I wish. That would at least been nice. Yeah, I wish someone touched me, but instead all he did was just go
Just
through
took your turtle shell.
just took my turtle shell, took my chocolate frosted flakes, which were worn in Canada at the time. It was just up in Espanol land. That was a little racist. I meant El Salvador. Sorry, I didn't mean anything bad. Anyways, but they took it, they ganked it, and then
Quentin.
they're like, "Yo," and they went through my whole bag and like, "Yo, we found traces of cocaine on your stuff," and I'm like, "Bro, I was in a hotel and on the beach, and then I went into the city once. I've never had. I'm not gonna trust there. I don't what." And he's like, "Yeah, no, we have found traces on us. We're gonna make sure you're not carrying." And I'm like, "Yeah, I brought a whole pound of coke to go sell in Canada." And then they got really mad at me for that. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. I'm kidding. I'm like, but then
Yeah, that's one thing you can't do is make jokes.
Yeah,
No.
no. And I didn't know
No.
that. My first time
They're
ever
the most
flying.
serious people. Like airport security is so intense.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
did
I
that.
lost a pair of like cuticle cutters in Taiwan. You know, like they don't like let you have anything. If it has like a sharp edge, they're like, no, nail file, gone. Bye bye.
Damn. Yeah, and like the guy grabbed my water bottle, ripped it out of my hand. So I'm like, okay, spaz, like whatever. You know, he's a little angry. He had a rough day. I don't know. But no, goes through all my stuff, tells me I'm trying to bring drugs into the country, and takes my damn turtle shell. So I was like, this has been the worst flying experience in my entire life. It's the first time I did it. And yeah, it just was really rough. And I went to T, I'm like my older brother, and I was like, yo, I bought you a
Sorry.
turtle shell,
But they took it.
but the French guy took it. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the French guy at the airport took it. I guess I wasn't allowed to have it.
I joked around with airport security once.
See, when I went to Vancouver, I had a really chill like TSA guy. They once again flagged me. He's like, "Do you want to be like scanned or you want to be searched?" I'm like, "Yeah, search me. I'm bored." And so then they did the pat down or whatever. And like I was cracking jokes.
Sir,
with
is
him.
this a weapon?
I was like, "No, that's my incredibly small wiener, sir." and it's not a pocket knife. And so like, you know, making jokes, whatever. He's laughing. He's having a good time. He's like, oh, wait, well, enjoy your flight. Clearly you're not carrying anything. Have a great time. And I'm like, thank you, I will. And then, yeah, I just went and got hammered at the airport bar. That's the only way.
I went on vacation with my grandma and my brother, and the fucking guy at the one, I don't remember what it was, but he was like checking our passports and tickets and shit. And he's like, "You guys are going with her willingly? You're nothing funny?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." And he just fucking like death glared me. He was like,
What the fuck did you just say?
and my grandma was like, "You can't joke about that stuff." And I was like, "Why not? It's funny." Needless to
Oh my
say,
goodness. What did I get myself
my back
into
end
here?
has never been the same. He had very large hands. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't go that route. But anyways, you said you've been to lots of countries, checking out art, all that stuff. Did you bring any things that resonated with you? That, you know, art is subjective, yada, yada, yada. Did you bring any like art pieces home with you from those places?
No. Actually, I always carried with just carry-on. So I never had
smart.
a suitcase. I hate checking a bag. Nothing's worse than waiting an hour and a half for your bag at the airport.
No,
So,
that's true.
Yeah.
you know, the only thing I brought back, and I'm not sure if you're allowed to do this either, is I have like little vials of sand, like little jars of sand from every
Oh,
beach
nice.
I've ever stepped foot on.
That's pretty
So
cool.
I have, you
yeah.
know, like sand from Indonesia. I have sand from LA and Seattle, and yeah, like I just have little jars of sand in my
You want
bedroom.
sand
They're
from
like,
LA? All you have to do is walk around and rub somebody's leg in the city, and then you got sand.
I'm sure. Yes.
I'm just kidding.
dirty
Dirty little
sand.
bastards. Anyways,
I would live on the beach if I lived close to a beach. Like I would be covered in sand all the time.
hell yeah.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't wear shoes. I'd be like so tan. My hair would be like bleached blonde.
You'd look
yeah,
like,
I'd have like
fucking
no,
Hulk Hogan minus the mustache.
Exactly.
You'd be just walking around.
100%.
What's going on, brother?
I'd live in the ocean. Yeah.
Oh, man, I would love that.
Is that a mermaid?
No, it's
No,
just
it's Jess.
It's just Jess.
But like,
Who's that?
I would love to do that, but like with my complexion, is I would just be walking around the beach, burnt and upset.
Looking like this red
I'd
solo.
be like, I have sand in my urethra. It's been there for like 4 days, and I'm sad, and I'm burnt like 6 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that was a little
unfortunate.
far.
No,
Yeah.
that's my biggest fear, to be honest, with the beach. It's like, in today's music, sometimes like a Katy Perry, what the fuck song is that?
California girls?
Yeah, which is "Sex on the Beach." That one
Don't
line,
know the song.
it's not that great. You don't.
California girl?
I kind of feel bad for Katy Perry. I think she's got a
Mm-hmm.
shitty deal.
I kind of do
she's
too.
with
But
Orlando Bloom, so it's not that shit.
actually, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that guy's a legit
And
snack.
I found there's like nude pictures on the internet. If you just Google Orlando Bloom like naked,
On
you'll
the
find.
paddleboard?
Yeah, you'll
I-
find.
it's
Yeah,
probably
yeah, he knows.
Photoshop.
It looks pretty natural.
Really?
He's with Katy Perry.
Okay, I might have to check this out.
And so it's
and
like
he's got something.
Nice.
There's
there's
something down
there's a
there.
reason they call him Bloom.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like just like
Wow.
Shh,
Like-
go shy.
Okay,
Fucking
somebody needs to
sunflower
get me
down
this
there.
photo. Let's have a look.
That'll be
Unfortunately-
the Evicted After Hours, which is coming soon.
Unfortunately, it was just Orlando Bloom that was naked on the paddleboard.
Oh man, if Ryan
Works
Reynolds
for
was
me.
on there, I would have fucking lost it.
Katy Perry is just left to the imagination, which is okay.
Well, she's
There you
kind
go.
of sitting
It
there.
could
You don't
be
need to
better.
sexualize
It
these
could be
pop
better.
stars.
Exactly.
I will sexualize Ryan Reynolds until the day I die.
That's fair.
I have to.
He's also a legit snack.
Honestly,
Yeah.
what were we talking about before? I have no fucking idea.
California girls.
Oh yeah, and yeah,
Sex on the beach is
And
also
yeah,
a drink.
I just
But like where the sand would get,
that's the thing. Like,
It's
I've
just
done.
like
I think I've done it once
fear.
in my life, and after that, oh shit, I probably shouldn't. No, it's fine. But like, it was just weird because like the whole time
it
it was just like you know-
on a beach. Hopefully there was a towel underneath.
no, I didn't think that far ahead. That was the problem. I think that might have been part of the issue.
Oh my goodness.
Picking
It's-
sand out of his ass crack for
I
a
just,
week.
I was afterwards, I was just upset because there was sand. I had like friction burn for no reason. I didn't deserve it. I didn't do anything that extensive, you know. But it's just like,
You need
How'd
to
they
make better
say?
life choices.
30
Yeah.
seconds in the
I've been
sand
trying.
is
Yeah.
a lifetime
Better
of
life
sand.
choices.
in
oh
your
no,
ass
it was a
crack.
whole like 18 and a half seconds. Like,
Oh.
don't give me too much credit.
You're lucky you didn't get like bit by sand fleas. Those are pretty
Even
horrible.
get me started. Sand fleas. A crab could have come and pinched off my little dinky. That would have been horrible.
Yeah.
I'd have been scared. I probably would have
You know?
cried. And that's what women
you tell
like.
me
I
the
think you
little
got off
man
lucky
crying.
with just a little, sandburn.
Yeah, just a little
Yeah.
sandburn and
little friction.
and that
friction
one-
burn.
So lucky.
And that one really angry Russian guy who walked by and was like, just pissed off that he saw that. And I'm
No
like,
way. He's probably encouraging it. He's probably like,
I don't know. He deserved better than that. He didn't.
He was
deserve
probably
to
looking
see
at
that.
you.
She was pissed. I was sad. He was pissed. It was just a wild time in Sukhumi Lake.
No wonder it's
Oh
closed
my
now. Okay.
goodness.
You're welcome, Calgary.
No wonder all those kids.
Oh,
That was a little too far.
that's
Anyways,
so tragic.
Homie, where you
Shut
going
up,
with that?
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Backtrack.
Backtrack.
Yeah.
Backtrack. Hold on. Hit the rewind.
Yeah.
Sex on
let's
the beach.
edit that part out.
That was cool. That was sick.
That was very well
Thank
done.
you. God
yeah.
bless you.
Yeah. How long have you been practicing that? Oh.
Every hour.
Honestly, like ever since we got the green light for this podcast, I'm like, one of these days, I'm just gonna lay down a filthy beat and impress the guest, the homies, and my director.
There you go.
And I still haven't gotten there yet.
You haven't gotten there yet?
Not yet.
Or you're not ready?
Well, you see how
Today's
good,
not
you see
the
how good
day?
looking he is. It's intimidating. You have to come with like
Yeah.
product and talent.
That's fair.
If I just come up with him some half-ass beat, he's probably gonna be like
No.
What is this?
86 that. And I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. Because he owned a restaurant, so he knows what that means.
I want to
Every
hear
day.
this when you get there.
Every day
I
at
wanna know what it's all
7:30
about.
p.m. to 9:45, he sits in his bathroom, looking in the mirror, laying it down, and going, "Oh, that's not it."
Who the
then he
fuck
tries
told
again.
you that?
I live with you.
Oh my god. Are
Do you
the
guys
person?
actually live together? Because
No.
I just remember us having a conversation
No, I
during our
don't.
warm up that
I don't. Yeah,
you
no.
you still like live at home.
That's right. I do.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that.
No shame at all. You're only 20.
No,
the,
you're
only
saying
the only shame in that is explaining that when you wake up the next morning and the girl you brought over is having breakfast with your mom.
Yeah, that's like, what are you doing?
you're like-
you should stay at her house.
homie, no, that's
you
a
walk
keeper.
over, rubbing your eyes, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh fuck."
If I was still living at home,
I was
and
just having a lovely conversation with this lady.
like if I was living
How
at
do
home,
you know her? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, mom. I just plowed her
Oh, I just
6 hours ago. So
you just be blunt with your mom. Yeah, mom, I was balls deep inside of her while you're making pancakes. Yeah, that's a great thing to say to your mother. She's a good woman.
You really need to like find your own place.
oh well.
Yeah.
but
You come live with me.
Chicks don't come home with me.
I come home with him. No, but if I was still living at home and I brought a girl home and I woke up next morning, her baking breakfast with my mom, two things go through my mind. One, what did she tell her? Or what did she tell my mom?
Yeah.
And two, will you marry me? Straight up. Because that's a good woman. Because clearly my mom likes her. And if mama
mom
approves,
approves, yeah.
then that's a good sign. Because sometimes she looks at me and she's like, are you retarded? And I'm like, Mom, you can't say that anymore. It's 2021. She's like, yeah, I know, but I'm a Catholic. But it doesn't justify anything. And then she punches me and I stop talking.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, if I brought a girl home, my mom and dad would just like sit at the top of the stairs and just fucking
Would they? Yeah.
they'd roll out
They'd
the
be
red
so proud of
carpet,
you.
pop some champagne. They're
life
like,
that
it's about
deserty?
that time. Here we go.
Your
It
dad's
is
on,
now,
your
yeah.
dad's like at the edge of your room as you're going at it, like, that's my boy.
Okay,
That's
like,
my
aren't you guys on
son.
dating apps or
No.
or not?
I tried
Why?
Tinder before, but
I
like
have no
I'm
time for that.
I'm way too awkward and like I don't know what to like. I see all these like joking like these like
I am the driest texter.
yeah. I was
Ever.
thinking that it's like I don't know what I'm not good at sexting. If you ask me for pictures, you're gonna get like
I'm gonna send
me,
you a
like,
black dick.
like a really close up picture of my face, and it's like you look really good today, and it's gonna be like they're gonna make us blocking up at the police in my door in like an hour because that's how it
Well,
goes.
it's the worst, though. I don't recommend it. I really don't. I don't know why it was ever invented. You know, I think we should just like go back to like old school socials. You know, everyone goes
I
to
would
like
love
the
that.
jams.
Go
to the bar.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do that the
I don't know.
Charleston shuffle.
Well, but
or
like if
whatever,
they have like a
Charleston
singles
Chew.
night at the bar, don't just go to the bar to meet people because you'll meet some pretty terrible people. But
Depending on the bar you go to.
You know, I was just at National on 8th not that long ago, and I was a little surprised at, you know, like there's not a lot left to the imagination if you're a young man. Like women wear basically lingerie to the bar. Like how do you? I'm sure that you enjoy this immensely, but I was a little,
Well,
you know,
sometimes
maybe I'm
my
a little
mind-
conservative, but
There's
No, that's fair. I'm conservative about that stuff too. I'm like, okay,
Really, do
nice, but that's too much.
Is
like,
it-
do you
Thanks.
want that all out there?
No, I mean, like,
No,
no, because
because-
if they're
Like,
like,
isn't it-
if they're like half naked on the dance floor, I mean, like, obviously, if they're comfortable in their own body, that's good. I like that. But the problem is they can be as comfortable as they want, look as good as they do, but there's gonna be some scumbag who thinks that she's dressed like that is because she
Yeah.
wants him
Yeah.
to come on her and not take no as an answer, and that's what I don't like. It's like I honestly like if a woman wants to dress however she wants to wear like next to nothing, wants to rock a hole on parka, get that money. I'm all for it. But the problem is our gender
Sometimes it sends a
kind of
message.
sucks, and these especially frat boys are love this shit. They just go up to them and they're like, hey, and they well, not even hate, they don't have the decency to talk to them. They just kind of go like,
Oh,
and it's like, hey, dude, that's really sick. How great you're talking to her. How would you fucking keep your hands to yourself? And they're like, oh, what? Like, you don't like that? You think you're so hot? And it's like, you're a fucking idiot. And it's like, this plain and simple. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, princess. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
but yeah.
And the women have made it, especially like now, like the past like 4 to 5 years, like women have becoming a lot more forward with how shitty men have been and how they don't like that. And I'm like,
yeah.
like hell yeah, because like just bro, like I can't stand that shit. I hate when dudes do that, and women just like, you know, some of them try to be like nice, and you know, like I don't want to be like rude because, you know, sometimes they're assholes and they're gonna take that as an you know, really objective, and they're just assholes about it. And then like they're trying to be nice, but the dudes are just coming at them combative, and it just doesn't go well. It's just a whole mess. But now it's like when that happens, it's like she's like, yo, I have like 7 homies here with me, and then all these like 7 women just light this dude up like the 4th of July. And it's like that's the most satisfying thing ever, watching some piece of shit get put in his place by everyone. And I'm like, I'm sitting there in the back because I am not going to hit on any women. I'm just going to sit there like,
You look very nice
"Hey,
today.
you look fantastic.
Thanks for showing me half of your ass.
I don't
love
even
that.
know what to say to all of that. There was so much in what you.
Yeah, I got a
what
little
you-
crazy
Yeah,
there.
you like really, you went a little crazy there. I
What were you doing at National on 8th?
Oh my goodness. I was being rescued from a bad date that I was on by my friend who was there for a work party. So it was like her work party was winding down and everyone was like kind of leaving. She's like, yeah, I'm still here having drinks. Like, come and join me. So I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Get in
Just
here,
like, yeah, come here.
Taking a break from all that art stuff.
Yes, you know, gotta get out there.
So I noticed that you brought some art
Some
things.
treats,
Some
if I will.
stuff,
This one's got
yeah.
cheeks.
Yeah, it does have cheeks.
I don't know what it is, but it has cheeks.
It has some butt cheeks. So
I
this
l-
one's
oh, yeah.
called
That's cool.
This one's called Drunk on Social Media. It's in response to COVID and just the amount of media that we were consuming at the time and just how we willingly and voluntarily consumed that media and just it really like
I see it now. At first,
Yeah.
I thought it was like a cup, but now I see it's like a fucking whole bottle, and that's the face. Yeah, no, I
yeah,
got
so
that now.
there was a big challenge with doing art class online, you know. So this is actually not technically supposed to be a part of the piece. This is called the sprue. So this is where they actually pour in the bronze,
Oh.
and technically, like this would have gotten
Oh, that's
like,
bronze?
removed. It's bronze. Yeah,
Holy
try and
shit.
lift that
Feel
thing.
it.
Try and lift it.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Get some reps in. Get some reps in.
You totally could. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get some workout
I couldn't
in.
believe the first
Dude,
time I
that's
lifted that. I
heavy.
couldn't believe
Dude,
how
that's
heavy it
heavy.
was. So.
Holy
That
fuck.
wasn't supposed to be a part of it, but I just incorporated it into the piece just to overcome that challenge that we were having with school.
No, it looks
And then,
really cool.
luckily today, you know, I had pushed
Is
the
this welded to the
Zycar
Yeah.
further than it was supposed to. So I had this really like uneven base, but I got some help to mill it off today, which was great. And so like
Oh, I
now
can see that.
it's looking really good. Yeah.
Was this welded onto the base?
No, it's one piece.
It's like one like it's,
just
is it
kinda
like
looks that way.
ceramic and then like it got bronzed? Or am I
So it
silly?
started
Like a
off as
mold?
wax.
Wax, okay.
Yes, and
Oh,
then I had to
whoa.
like create a cast of it, and then out of Zycar is what it's called, and then it got fired, and then they poured in the bronze.
That looks awesome. I
know,
love that.
It is heavy as shit.
It is so heavy.
I was not expecting that.
Surprisingly so. Yeah. I'm a big fan of this. So a friend of mine, she really wants that piece, so it's gonna go to her, and then
You gonna sell it, or are you just gonna give it to her?
I'm just gonna give it to her.
How kind.
Now
I
that's
just, like,
love.
give my
That's
art.
love right there. Doesn't care for profit, just for the product
It's
itself.
just for
That's
the love of it.
I respect that.
Thank
Now what's
you.
this beautiful piece right here?
So I took a ceramics class over the spring semester, and this is like my final project that I created. I really liked that class.
You lit up when you were looking at
Oh
it.
yeah, like I love sitting at the pottery
What's that movie
wheel.
with Patrick Swayze?
Oh, Ghost. This is like the third time I've heard this reference. Like, why is every guy vibing on that scene?
I haven't seen the
I haven't
movie.
seen
Like,
it either. I just
I
know
vibe
that
on that
scene.
scene
Mention
too,
pottery.
but like every guy seems to know that movie. And anytime you ever mention ceramics, so is there like something I don't know? Is there like some like inside like man world
No, I don't think
going
so.
on?
It's just like I've seen so many like TV shows and movies where they're like, we're doing this, but like do not mention this. And it's the Patrick Swayze movie. I don't right.
Oh, is that from
It's
Canadian?
like
that's Dirty Dancing. Patrick Swayze.
I think it's I don't remember who it was, but it's when the fucking guy's like around the chick. and
Oh
they're
yeah,
doing the
that's
pottery.
Ghost. Yeah.
But
That,
like, they're
like,
talking
really
about that,
sexy
and it's
pottery
like
scene.
now it's like you can't
It is,
mention
yes.
pottery without talking about that.
That's fair.
Well, it's like it's really
But like roles
established into
reversed. Really
that-
tiny dude and some like big ass hulking lady just.
Or like even like
Was
the classic
she hulking?
I mean, like not.
That's Demi Moore.
Bazinga.
Really?
I just mean like like tall, broad shoulders, muscly maybe.
Like 6'8", 460 pounds of
Wow.
pure muscle.
Right. Like the chick in Grown Ups too. With the
I haven't
muscles.
seen it. It's been a long time.
Okay.
And I was not sober when I saw it.
Never mind. It's fine. How'd you get it to do that?
I carved it. Yeah, so it's actually a really difficult process to get clay this high. Well, because I'm learning, but I had to do it in 3 different sections, and then I had to like attach them all together. And then once it started to get to like the leather stage, I could carve it. So I just carved it. I just put it on a little wheel and
And just kind of went
carved
down
it.
with a putty knife or?
I have a bunch of different tools that I
That's
used.
cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, just it was a good learning experience.
Yeah, no doubt.
And does the color come afterwards? Like, did you paint it and then do like a gloss after?
Yep. So painted it and then glazed it, and then it got fired.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's got this beautiful. It looks like kind of like fabric or water. Like I was really aiming for water.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like when you just
That
take
wavy effect.
Yes, but also when you just get to like a beach and you take those first couple steps into the water, you can see your feet, the sand, and everything. That's what this reminds me of.
Clear water.
Like like I can almost see like your little cute little Dick Jarrett's cute little toes just right there. God,
Like,
you look so
is that
good in
why it's like kind of the brown ear at the
No,
bottom because it's
so
like
That,
sand?
is that the fire part?
So this is like a technical flaw on my part. Yeah. So thanks for pointing that out.
Well, I thought it was like
It's a
done
good question.
intentionally for like
Totally
sand.
good. I wish I was good enough of an artist yet to be like, oh yeah, I totally meant to do that. But like, I'm like, no, it wasn't supposed to turn out that way at all. I just didn't go deep enough with my glaze. So
Okay.
what I had to do is like turn this upside down and then dump it into a bucket, and then I reached the bottom, so I didn't,
Oh, you didn't get
and
the
then
top
I didn't
of it.
pour. Yeah, and you always have to be careful to leave like a little bit of an edge so it doesn't melt to the kiln.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
get your piece off because it can really damage your piece.
Okay.
You guys, it's a thing. Like
It's a process.
It's such a process.
Well, I mean, I've done pottery when I was like the last time I did it, I was grade 6.
Wow.
And it was cool, but it was not nearly as dope, as cool as that. I mean, we had some lady come in and be like, all right, so slap your clay up on this table and you just put water and they kind of move your hand, you squish it. You want to get taller. If you want it to be more bowl-like, you kind of put your fingers in like the
Just say fatter. Just say
no
it.
bowl-like, not fatter. Grow up, okay?
Wouldn't that make it fatter because it's water?
Not.
Same thing.
Don't make me question my grade 6 knowledge. I was 11, okay? That's a prime age in my life. Then you just kind of get the fingers up in the middle and you kind of like lightly with.
Do you want to show us? Because I brought some clay. Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, Evicted, then we might get a little crazy with some clay. Thank you.
We'll see what you can
soon.
sculpt.
Hell yeah.
And we're back. She brought the clay out. We're playing with clay. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
We're getting our hands dirty.
I want to see what you guys make.
I
So
hope you have
can make
strong
anything.
fingers, Quentin. Oh,
Okay, a little bit
Here, I'll
ball
give
for
this one to you.
Oh, for me? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Okay.
That's got some weight to it.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what you can make.
It's like me after high school. Woo! Got it.
Nice.
My natural thing to go to is just like roll it up and then put some balls on it. But
Of course.
Make
Yeah.
a nice cock out of it.
Couple of 20-year-olds here. Okay, so really just like you can make anything out of clay. That's what I love about it. Like, and I love that it's sustainable. Like it's not if you don't fire it, you can just constantly reuse it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just like hydrate it, let it dry out. Hydrate it, let it dry out.
hell yeah.
It's so good.
It's like a raisin, but like moldable.
What a weird thing to say, but yeah, I guess.
Have you guys ever had any art experiences? Like,
I
used
took
to-
art in junior high.
I took it in high school, and like I've done like a lot of this kind of stuff. Like I did like probably not quite as extensive as you've done it, like
Right.
with masterpieces like that. But like I've definitely have spilled my drink a couple times.
I don't recommend putting beer in with the clay.
Won't add flavor? Or-
No,
Okay.
no, I don't think so. I did a little bit of stuff in high school, a little junior high. Like I have a thing that I made for my dad. It was like a hot plate, you know, and
Nice.
all we did was just like make like little, I don't even know what you call them, like little snakes, and then you just like roll them up, and then you like put a bunch of them together and create a flower, and
Oh,
I made
yeah?
a bowl. Yeah, I just love clay.
Just a lot of cute stuff.
Oh yeah, I used to play with clay and like plasticine, like the colored stuff, all the time as a kid.
Yes.
'Cause, like, my grandma was a secretary at St. Philip. Like, I probably shouldn't say that because I stole a lot of that clay. But you can't charge
But
a
you-
10-year-old. What are you gonna do?
They can.
Did your parents ever like make Play-Doh for you? Like my mom always used to make us Play-Doh, like with flour and salt and food coloring.
They also
My-
used to make another.
My
Yeah.
mom might have, but not that I can
don't
like,
remember. It was
visually
like a-
remember.
It smelled terrible.
It was like a jelly thing and had like pebbles and shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't remember what that was, but it's like play with it over the table. Don't get it anywhere else because
Mm-hmm.
it's messy as shit. And I was like, okay, mom, gotta get it. I'm 12. Leave me alone.
What are you making over there?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? What are you making? You're just
This is just it's long. That's all.
It's long.
That's all I've got right now. I think
Have
I'm
you
just
guys
gonna.
been to the Van Gogh exhibit?
Not yet. I
No.
want to though.
Immersive
But
experience.
I a lot of
I feel like that's a really white activity, but it's okay because
Well,
I'm
no,
also
no.
white, so I'll do it. It's fine.
fucking
Oh my
goofball.
goodness.
No, it's a definitely like I see like a lot of like
It's
like
a human activity. Art is a human activity.
I've seen lots of pictures of it. Like
So
a
have
couple
I.
of my friends have like gone there and like yeah, a lot of like man, cause I like Van Gogh. And I do have especially the Scream. Scream was Van Gogh, right?
No.
Oh, I'm fucking stupid.
No.
Who did the Scream?
Edward Munich, I believe. Yeah.
Munich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's how I say his name. Yeah.
Well-
If I didn't know that, whew, my goodness.
Art student.
I know. Really, actually, art history is a really tough class. I don't recommend it. It's very informative, but it is so dry.
Oh, I bet. I mean, like,
It's-
I love history, but like when no one's dying and it's just like, dude's like, what's art? I've never heard art history except for like things about like I guess fashion, glass
Renaissance
blowing,
stuff.
yeah, some Renaissance stuff.
Glass blowing is cool as fuck.
Isn't it though?
It used to be really hardcore back in like when they used to do it. Like now you can just like a lot of like still a very similar process. You know, you're rolling it and you're blowing into the glass to form the shapes. But like before they had all these controlled temperature type things, like man, it got hardcore.
The stuff that artists have been able to accomplish without the technology that we have now is absolutely
Oh,
astounding.
absolutely, absolutely.
Art has changed so much. Like even myself using a projector, like having that, I can do so much if just by projecting an image, you know, just to use it for shapes and just, you know, building a composition. It's really
Oh,
great.
And like even things like the iPad, like with the like, pencils and stuff you can do, like some of the art,
I'd love
like
one of those.
you can take like an artist who's like, you know, pretty talented, and they can create some like crazy pieces. And I think that's cool that we have the technology that, because I think things like that really enable artists to like want to do more. I think it makes they see that shit and they're like, yo, if I can do that with this, imagine what I can do with this.
So inspiration is everywhere. Right?
Absolutely. Because I do stand up, and like sometimes I'll just be like on the train or whatever, or just walking, and I'll just see something and it'll like spawn some kind of weird thinking, and I'll just think of a whole skit I can do just because I saw like a car drive some way or some guy get out of like go into a store a certain way. You know, you're absolutely right. This random thing can just create the most explosive fucking
means something
creativity.
different to everyone.
It is, yes, very much so. There's no right answers, but there's certainly wrong answers. Apparently, I'm learning.
Like making a penis out of
Don't do
clay.
this. Well,
No, if it's detailed as hell,
that could
that's talent.
happen. I've seen them out of bronze, actually. There was I wish I could remember the artist. I'm bad at that sometimes. But I went to open the gallery door at AU Arts, and it was actually a penis.
That the handle was a penis?
Bronze casting of a penis.
Was
yeah,
it?
the whole
Was
installation.
it actually
veiny?
his?
What?
What?
Like
Sorry?
you can do like live molds of your own stuff
Yeah.
nowadays. So was it actually his?
We don't know who.
If it was
I don't know if it was the artist or somebody had.
Right? That would
yeah.
be like
Just his monstrous
I wish I could
phallus.
remember the name. There's so many artists. There's so much talent in Calgary. There's a lot
Oh yeah, there's
happening
some
in the arts scene
crazy
here.
so much
artists.
talent in this.
Yeah.
Like you
Yes.
collaborated with some on you did a mural, I think, on like it was like a sea can, like a big like storage unit.
Yes, yeah.
And-
Sidoni Warren.
And like I saw the pictures. I loved how that looked. And like, what like did you see the piece and you and your friend like yo, we want to do that, or did they call you?
Oh, so we had applied for a Bump mural, and so Bump is the Beltline Urban Murals project here in Calgary. For I think like 5 years, they've been getting walls and hiring artists, nationally and internationally to come and paint these projects. And
Are
so,
they the people behind like all the like electrical boxes around the city that people are painting?
I'm not sure
Or
about
is that just like
those. Most of
thing
it's
that
really
people are doing?
focused like to the downtown area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd applied to do that, and they had come back and they were like, "Oh, are you interested in doing this project?" So we did that, and we saw the CCAN and just came up with our concept and the design, and you can hear about that on their Facebook. We had gone in like a big in-depth conversation with Bump about that,
Oh, yeah.
the concept and everything, but it was really just about supporting diversity and women who are, promoting and being positive and spreading equality and things like that. Really,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Like kind of like was it like just like women creators, like artists or digital creators, or
just women in general,
Cool. Hell yeah.
Is that all that Bump was doing? Just connecting with the female artists, or was it just artists of all kinds?
Artists of all kinds.
And that was just the focus of your piece was to.
focus
Okay,
of ours,
cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they really give artists a lot of creative freedom to really come up with their own concepts and do their own thing. And yeah, they're a great organization to work with.
That's
I
awesome.
I had a really great experience with
Are
them.
they
And
like
so-
a non-for-profit charity sort of thing,
I
or are
don't
they?
know if they're a charity, actually. I know that they are really passionate about supporting artists in the city. And I did get to meet one of the founders, Peter, and lovely. He's very passionate
Nice guy.
about this project. Yeah, he really wants to, bring more art to the city and more work to artists. So I think that's incredible. Anytime like artists are making money and getting paid to, put their work out there, I think is incredible.
Oh yeah, me
Yeah.
too. 'Cause
Always a good thing.
especially
And it's-
because like
yeah.
things like that, especially things like doing like like you just said, like art like that, is sometimes like you put in like so many man hours into that, and you sometimes don't even get paid. Like, no paid.
People hours.
Um,
I'm just kidding.
Well played. I like it.
he's lucky he's handsome.
Keep it PC on here. Okay.
But yeah, like
Do you?
No.
I've listened to
not
your
at all.
other episodes. Holy moly.
No, we do not keep it PC.
we are accepting of everyone here on the Evicted podcast, but will we roast you? Maybe. But it's all in good fun. We love you.
Yeah, and sometimes say the most racist things ever. Yeah.
Yeah, Quentin.
Well,
yeah,
Italians have it coming. It's not my fault. They smoke in the toilet. Anyways,
If you could smoke in the toilet, wouldn't you?
I mean, it would be. I don't know. My thing is though, is like, actually, it already smells bad enough in there as is.
Jared's groaning. He's like,
Jerry,
probably would.
Why turn the fan on?
Jerry,
Just
you
make
know-
it smell like cigarettes instead.
You're not trying to smoke a couple darts, break a couple hairs in the bathroom?
Like, Quentin, weren't you telling me about, was we were having our little warm up earlier about, like a little episode you had in the bathroom today? Like, wouldn't a cigarette have been really nice after? He's going to kill me. The look on his face. He's going to kill me.
Sometimes.
Wrap it up, okay?
Yeah.
Cut, let's go to
thanks for
break.
joining us in today's episode. Sometimes.
I totally called you out on that. I'm so sorry. I thought that
didn't
was
even
like
do
public knowledge.
Every lady listening to this right now was just like, oh.
If anyone thought I was slightly attractive in
Okay.
the slightest, they're like, this guy's a fucking dog.
I'm
but
totally kidding. He never even mentioned this. I'm burying Quentin right now.
Every now and then, sometimes.
Sometimes you're just sitting there on the toilet and you're like, a cigarette would be really nice.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly.
Well, yeah, then
cigarette
sometimes,
would
like,
be
your
really
nuts-
I'm in for a long push.
And, like, sometimes like your nuts get a little bit itchy, and then like you scratch it, and then you find yourself cranking it for like an hour and a half.
That's
for
a
no
long
valid
time.
reason. I know. I couldn't.
I hope you
imagine
clocked
that.
out before you went in there.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, always on company time. Always
on
company hours.
company time. Wow.
Yeah, boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I jack off on company time.
That's why I spank it on
Is that
company
from
time.
something? Is that?
No, but
Did you just come up with that right now?
No, there's an old saying: "A boss makes $1, I get a dime." So that's why I shit on company time. I just flipped it around.
Jerry's got a little
Okay.
creative with it.
Wow.
I say a lot of old sayings, and Quentin looks at me and he's like,
Who are you?
so.
Like, how do you know
What's
that?
some of your
40?
favorite? I know a lot of them too. My grandma poisoned my brain with her sayings.
"To each their own," said the lady as she kissed her cow. That's an old saying.
That's kind of
Yeah.
what the hell? Mm-hmm. What does that
Each
mean?
their own, as the lady kissed her cow.
Said the lady as she kissed her cow.
Oh yeah.
So everybody can do their own thing.
Oh.
And she's
Oh
doing
my
her own
God.
thing because she's
Okay.
kissing a cow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the ones, my grandma used to say was like, if like the temperature was going all over the place, she'd be like up and down like a whore's drawers.
Oh, yeah.
Your grandma?
My grandma was not the innocent grandma type, like she was the woman like who grabs a chicken, breaks its neck, pulls out, like she
Hell
was a
yeah.
badass.
Defeathers it.
Like she was
Oh,
a, like,
yeah,
and I'm
like-
assuming she grew up on
You're
the
just
farm.
fucking smoking while she's doing it. She's
Like
get out.
2 cigarettes at once. Like, yes.
That's a badass grandma.
Yeah, she was pretty badass. Yeah.
My grandma could kick my ass 6 ways from Sunday, and then she'd do it, and then she'd say,
May
say
Jesus be with you.
And she'd make a sweet sandwich because my grandma makes some baller sandwiches. Like, I don't know what it is with grandmothers, but they can take the most delicate bread, and then like they load it up with whatever the inside is, and then they just
It's because they cook with love.
that is, and then they cut it, and there's not a single fingerprint on there, just a perfect cut in the middle of it. And I'm like, Grandma, who are you? Are you real, or are you just like?
When you
oh,
said
oh,
delicate
lost
bread, I
art.
was very confused. When you should have just said soft.
delicate bread? What the fuck do you think I mean by that?
I thought you meant like fancy, like if you look at it wrong, it molds or something.
no, you
Like a
clown.
croissant.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Croissant is
croissant is
delicate
very
bread.
delicate. Yeah,
Well,
Flaky.
while I just
very. Quite delicious.
really envelop what Jared Bear just said to me.
Don't comment.
We're gonna make love later. So like
I had
Calgary.
no idea.
No.
This is why you
You
guys aren't
didn't?
on dating apps.
That's right.
Cheers.
That's right. Every time
Just,
Oh,
we just
wow.
shared public.
the
we just
like
went public
2
with your
times a
relationship,
lady will come
guys.
up to me, he'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Married to a man."
And I'm just like, I just show them a picture of him, and they're like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "You better be."
Do you get hit on a lot by old ladies?
Old ladies, yes.
Really? Like
Mm-hmm.
how old?
At one time when I was 15, I got hit on by a 35-year-old.
No.
Yeah.
That's
She's
like
like,
my
"How old are
dream."
you?" I was like, 15. And she's like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah."
Like, please
sorry,
keep
how
going.
old was
Please
she?
keep going.
Like 35 at least.
Okay, so like that's a grandma to you?
Yeah, technically.
Are you fucked in the head?
No, well, she was 20 years older than me. And when I'm 15,
Bro, that's-
but
Yes.
hey,
But still.
that's when I
Maybe
was coming into my older lady stage.
I guess
so
that's
it's
me.
fine.
Me is a different. I've been into like older women since I was like 6 years old.
Me not that young.
When I met my grade 1 teacher and she kissed me on the top of my head, it was game over from there. I'm like, I will marry you, even though I don't know what that means yet. I'm only 6. And every time I see her, I'd be like, hi. I'd always would write on the board when she would go out of the classroom that I loved her, and boom, she would be like, "You're a good kid," and I'd be like, "That's because I want to fucking marry you." But yeah, as a
And
little
when he got older, he found out that he actually wanted to do other things that he was too young to understand.
play backgammon.
There you go. I'm sure
My
that's exactly
wiener.
what you were thinking. Did you have any crushes on your your
my
teachers? Yeah.
Oh man, man. Oh,
Your face
man,
is lighting
dude.
up. I can't wait.
My favorite teacher in high school was my math teacher.
Okay.
Oh man, shout
My
out
social teacher.
to Miss Rogers.
Shout out Miss Ricketts. Miss Ricketts.
What school?
I went to Beaverbrook,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but man, oh man, dude.
What
Man.
made her so special? Was it her mind? Was she just so incredibly smart that you were so turned on by her intelligence?
I was not turned on by her intelligence, although she was an intelligent lady. It was more the primal factors, we'll call them. But she was really nice. She was awesome. We got along really well, but not as well as I would have liked.
Well, that's good. I would have a lot of concerns.
Let me
about-
tell you, my girlfriend at the time was not too happy about the way
They
I
never are.
Well,
felt about that
just so you
teacher.
know, guys, like women don't really like it when you fantasize about other women.
Oh
You know,
no,
when
that's
you're
why
Well,
with
but like
them.
I, you know, I
if you know
didn't
that.
learned that the hard.
do
Okay.
anything in front of her or talk about it. She found out from one of my friends.
Oh,
so.
wow, your friend ratted you out. Some friend.
Oh, I mean, he wanted her. That's what
Yeah.
it means. It's all.
They-
about.
It's 'cause
exactly.
he
was
also
just,
wanted the
yeah,
teacher. She
he was
was-
No, not the
cock-blocking
teacher.
you.
He wanted her.
Yeah.
But anyways,
No, I didn't. I would have kicked his ass
So
in
I
2
guess
seconds.
stemming from the sexy teacher talk, what do you feel, or what do you feel? It's not in English. How do you feel? What are your thoughts on the current art scene in Calgary? It's kind of started to booming a little bit more. I've
Yeah.
noticed over the past. It's 2021 now. Maybe the past like 8 to 10 years. I think like when it's kind of we've seen more art projects, more green lights for art projects, more like murals and stuff on like back of buildings, on some
Because
places.
guess what? Cities are prettier to look at when there's art on the wall.
100%. I
yeah.
think everything's better with some color.
Oh,
Everything,
absolutely,
You know?
100%.
I I don't know if it's because I'm more into the scene now and I am more immersed into this world or if it's actually happening. I do think it's actually happening. I would like to believe that Calgary is changing and it's less conservative towards art and really embracing a lot more diversity.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
You know, like I
agree.
think
I do agree.
like Bump has changed downtown. There's so many murals. I don't even know how many they're at now, but it's insane. And
A
like
lot.
they're bringing in some sick talent.
And what's it stand for again? Beltline.
Beltline Urban Murals Project.
Urban.
Yeah.
Beltline Urban Murals Project. Okay.
So for the whole month of August, even like they've got events happening, and you know, like you can check their Instagram. And I think this weekend might be the last weekend. I'm not 100% sure, but
And so we're rolling in September, so it's very
yeah,
possible.
yeah,
Yeah,
Doing
it's
some
about
good
to get
stuff.
cold soon.
Fucking
so.
insane. It's
Yeah, that is cool.
almost September.
Yeah, right.
But there's also like the Neverland Studios that came up. So those guys
Oh,
took over the
yeah.
old Shamrock. It's right by the market.
It's
You
like,
know, they-
is it NVR?
Yeah.
I've never
LD or something.
And
yeah.
like I've seen that, but I've driven by before. I've driven by with this handsome guy. Like when they
I
say
don't pay enough
studio,
attention, so.
do they mean like just art studio? Do you mean like recording studio? I can go bust like a couple tracks right up there.
Is it
you
like
could do
a
whatever you
gallery?
want in there. So basically, I think I don't know the full thing, but it's an old hotel room, and you basically rent that space. So a lot of artists share, like there will be 2 to a studio or whatever, but you can do whatever you want in there, you know. And they have a beautiful boutique space too, and
It looks like I mean I've never
they've
been
done some cool
inside
shows
yet.
there. They've done some really cool stuff. There's some great artists out of there too.
Do they
Cool.
run like a gallery over there too?
They do, yeah.
Okay.
And then they also, before COVID happened, they would have open houses where you could go and the artists would have their doors open and
Oh,
you could
you
go
could, like,
and like
watch and
connect
stuff?
with them. Like some of them, you know, sell their wares and whatever.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Like,
There's
I've
lots
seen,
of cool stuff happening there.
Like I've seen them, yeah. Like they've had like people down there, like lots of like hipsters, especially because that area
Yeah.
downtown. But like I didn't know what was going on in there. I figured with studio it was obviously something like more artistic related, like whether it be like ceramic stuff or like paints, drawings or like maybe more like interpretive art, like with some kind of like mime
Modern
type
stuff.
modern like mime type shit or some stuff like that, or even like something crazy
I don't know
like
if
a
I'd call
leg,
mine
like a,
art, but
well,
yeah.
grow up, or like even like something
What?
crazy like a Lego sculpture, because there's some fucking crazy Lego shit out there. But like, you know, I had no idea. I had no idea what it was, and so I was.
Thanks for telling us what it was.
Yeah, so
Or
now
what it is.
I would love, now that COVID's kind of starting to reside a little bit, I would definitely love to step foot in there and check out what it's all about.
Oh,
Highly
yeah.
recommend it.
And like
Have you ever done anything in there?
Neverland? No, I wanted to host my own show in there, but you
They're
know,
like-
I just didn't know what in terms of an artist, I'm like this big. I'm an amoeba. I'm nothing. I'm
Okay.
nobody. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm a
not true.
student.
You're just
you,
like
with
stepping
that,
into
especially
the
with those
world.
out things you've been doing, people know your name now.
I appreciate that. I do. There's a lot. I have a lot of growth. You
Is
know,
your
I have a
name
lot of,
on that
Like,
project
are you
that
tagged
did?
on there? Like,
the
Is it
the-
on,
the
like the
CCAN?
CCAN or whatever you're doing?
Yes.
Your name
Yeah.
is physically on the object?
yes, it is.
Hell
fuck yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
It might be covered by a planter, but
Well, I'll
it's
break
it's
the
there.
planter.
It's there. Okay.
It's totally there.
And
So
like-
the credit's going where it's supposed to.
and like
For sure.
Neverland, if I'm correct, is like close to is it close?
Crossroads?
Well, yeah, which is like
Yeah.
in the Inglewood Ramsey area, and I know Inglewood is like one of the older areas in Calgary, but they definitely have a lot of art scenes popping up there. So like, do you like I guess do you vibe like how would I phrase this? How would I say
Yeah,
this
I have
question?
no idea where you're going. I
Which-
don't even, I
what-
usually
what-
am the type of person that could answer somebody's question before they've asked it, but I don't
Oh,
even know where you're
now,
going.
Now with this messed up
Like, I'm
brain,
lost.
It's hard to tell
how
where this guy
are
goes.
what do you feel about the Inglewood scene? That the whole like thing has been really
I love
revamped
Inglewood.
recently. Like
I love Inglewood, East Village, like all those, you know, areas that
Older
are coming to
neighborhoods.
life. Yes, you know, I love older areas, mature trees, things like that.
oh yeah, look,
I live in an older
and they've
area.
Which area?
revamped a lot of
Live in
those
Mindapore.
areas.
Oh yeah, yep.
It was its own town.
Midapore? Hell yeah.
Before
Oh,
Calgary
It was
was a
out. It
thing.
was
It's like
out.
Bowness, right? Bowness used to be like a suburb of Calgary.
Yeah, and that's the it's
Yeah.
suburb.
Mindapore used to
Now
be what
Bowness, the
Okotoks
hoods.
is now.
Oh
Soon
wow.
Okotoks will be part of Calgary.
So will Airdrie and
Oh yeah, it just
Yeah.
keeps going out
And then
and out.
soon
and
we're
out.
going to overtake
it's
Edmonton.
spreading. No.
No, we
No.
will
20 years.
destroy Edmonton.
I would just like a really high speed train that like gets me there in an hour. That like
Like a
comes
bullet
down.
train?
Yes. I would
Haven't
really
they been
like that.
talking about that?
But I think we need to like get one to the airport first. You
Yeah,
know?
they've
Like,
been. I
and
think they've been
then-
working on something like that, but like it's Calgary. So
Oh,
never
it's,
know.
we're like 100 years behind where we should be.
absolutely.
Which is good.
Not-
and bad,
not-
I guess.
No,
It's a young city. It's growing. What is it like? One of the 5 most desirable places to live in Canada.
it was.
It's like a top.
It was one of the
destination,
top.
yeah.
I think for at least the last time I checked in like March 2021, it was number 3 of the most livable cities in the
3.
world. In the entire world, Calgary was number 3, and I'm like, who's fucking
And what's
making
great about
this?
what's great about
insane.
Calgary is it's right super like everything in Calgary is pretty nice. You know, some of it's shit.
and it's very diverse, very diverse.
but
Lots
it's
of ethnic
super
foods.
close to the mountains and it's super close to anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
You know, fucking drive however many hours south and you're in the States.
Yeah.
That's where you are.
And what's something
10
fun
hours to
for like
Vancouver.
you and me is like that, like the art scene, like we said, has been like, jumping a lot, and now we're getting like recording studios and like film studios and stuff, and like they've been doing so much like casting for like like big TV shows and movies and stuff, like Ghostbusters, that revamped or the redo they did with Finn Wolfhard, the guy from Stranger Things, was filmed
Yeah.
in Calgary and like outside of Calgary, and I think that like that's a huge thing for our
did you
city.
know-
Calgary film scene, like Alberta
That-
film, is doing very well.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
it's
you know that,
really starting to blow up now.
Like the OG Superman with Christopher Reeves was filmed in Calgary.
No. Did you know there's one really weird zombie movie on Netflix called Black Summer? Was filmed all in Calgary.
Really?
The entire thing, and I only
You say
clued
weird
in-
movie in Netflix, I'm like, doesn't surprise
Well,
me.
because Netflix, they do some really abstract things, but like there's this weird zombie movie they did, and I was watching with my roommate when I lived on 130th Ave, and you know that one, I think it's Earlton or Victoria Stampede, the circular thing. I saw that, and I'm like, That's fucking
Oh,
Calgary.
the urine ramp.
Yeah, with all the really good people of the city peeing in there. I saw that loop, and I'm like, yo, I know that's gotta be Calgary. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's gotta be it. And then, sure enough, I hopped up on the Googies, and I was like, yeah, let's go filmed in Calgary.
On the Googies.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I knew it. And so ever since then, that's been like really, because I would love to, like, if I could get like a random ass role, and like HBO, they're filming for The Last of Us, that really popular video game. They're filming for that. So if I just get a random role in that show, I wouldn't say a word to my friends or my parents, or my mom, until it's out. I'd be like, you guys should really check the show out. I think you might like it. And then they just see my dumb ass just like, don't eat the milk, and I just like run away or something. It's like, what the fuck was that? And then it's like, I'm kind of a famous celebrity now.
I have a art related question that just
Okay.
popped into my mind. Sorry, this clay's been really distracting.
Isn't it though?
You did some
it's like there's
shit
something very
there.
meditative about
Thanks, man.
clay.
But my art related question is, how do you feel about the blue ring?
Oh, that's a good question.
Good question.
Because I think it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
Art is subjective, but I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
A lot of people do. I appreciate the art for what it is. I know that would be very difficult to create something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Truthfully, I don't actually know a ton about it.
How about the location where it's placed
This
in
was
the
even
middle
in, like, my
of
art history
fucking
class, and I
nowhere?
was like,
You're just like, fuck.
so I think so much of Calgary public art is just misplaced. Like it's in terrible locations.
Why would you put it there?
Yeah,
Hey
like-
guys, look at this art piece. Here we have field.
Yeah. Beaufort,
Here we have road,
Beaufort
and that's it.
Towers. That's just on like the west end of Calgary. That's just in terrible location too. Yeah, and it's a great piece. Like I like the blue ring. I think the lights were an add-on. I never understood why people got so. But I love that they turned it into like a Twitter handle, and
Yeah.
we're pretty spicy.
Oh.
And
I think it's
Yeah.
mostly just because of how much it cost to get.
art is very expensive. It takes a lot to, like
You gotta
this
pay for
this here,
materials,
like
yeah.
these pieces here, like this took me 40 hours to make.
One
Right?
whole work week.
This here is like 100 hours of work.
Whoa.
Right? So if you take like,
So much.
how much do you want to get paid an hour for your knowledge and your skill? Right? And then multiply that by the hours.
million.
25? 25 million an hour? So,
yeah.
wow.
Please.
Damn, that's
Wow.
damn, look at
That-
bougie.
I would
Yeah.
probably, if I was an artist, I'd probably be like 40 something, please.
40?
That'd be great.
$40 an hour?
Currently, I work a minimum wage job, so $40 an hour
I
sounds
work
pretty
minimum
good.
wage jobs too. So yeah, I feel you. Yeah. But so you take what you want an hour, and then you go multiply that by 100 hours, and then what do the materials cost you, and then what did your space cost you? Art is expensive, just
Yeah.
like everything else. But everyone just doesn't think that there's a cost associated to it, because it's
And like, while that is
art.
100%
it's not
true,
valued the same way that
As
something else.
Something else.
and like, so
You
here's
pay $1,300 for an iPhone, right? That was made
yeah.
it by a machine in a factory,
Yeah.
in 2 minutes.
that was made by a person.
here's
Like
my thing though,
$3,500.
especially with fucking Calgary, is
Fucking Calgary.
we've gotten like the blue. Oh, I can feel my ass. There's a hole in my underwear. Sorry.
Minimum wage
Pardon
job
this
problems. You can't even afford underwear.
And these are
I know this.
these are diesel. These are my cute designer undies. I try to look fabulous today, but anyways,
You did well. There you go.
He's not wearing any pants under the table.
I'm
just-
going to kiss you if you don't stop it.
I hope you're wearing pants over there.
I'm gonna fucking fuck. What was I just gonna say? God damn it, Jerry, you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, here
You
we
got
go.
off track
Okay.
when you fingered your own ass.
I didn't finger it. It was close. No, but like, so yeah, we got this green light for all those art projects and stuff. But the one thing with Calgary is our transit system is fucked. As unfortunately, some of us know, some of us know a little more. Because of me, I don't have a car yet. Ladies, don't take that in consideration.
Hey,
But
you gotta
like,
start somewhere. Everyone's taking the bus, man.
yeah, and that's
Except
the
for me,
thing.
because I have a car.
Grow up.
But
and,
you never took the bus when you went to high
I did.
school?
I did.
Yeah, okay.
I took 2 buses and a
Spaz.
train.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you know. But yeah, so we're getting these green light for these art projects, yet it's like they keep running up the price for like transit and stuff. And while for someone who works and like, who's not doing okay, but, that's not a big deal. But then for people who like heavily rely on transit and maybe don't have that much cash to their name, and like they maybe are like make just enough that they don't apply for the low income pass, but not enough that they can really do much. That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
And like, while I love art, I really do, especially like things that I see local artists get to work on. I think that's awesome. I love local shit, but I also
It cheeses you when
I
stuff like
guess
that
a little
happens.
bit, because especially with Nenshi, I feel like Nenshi greenlit a lot of art projects that he didn't put the proper placement into. I feel like there's some really cool art things that would have been more appreciated in different areas of the city.
I think if people understand art or like where it's coming from, or
fuck.
it makes it really easy to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that perhaps there isn't enough education about public art in the city.
And that is true.
and a lot of people don't value art, right?
Oh,
They
when
don't
you
think-
think about public art, all you think of is like graffiti and tagging.
Or like,
When
waste
you see-
it.
vandalism.
when you see the CP
Yeah.
rail trains with all the shit on there.
Or that, or like they think
100%.
it's,
Which some of that is really cool.
Yeah.
There's
But
some taggers
It's just what
are
your
sick.
mind goes to, right?
Especially,
100%.
and a lot of people think, they hear public art and they just think like
Weird sculptures.
weird sculptures and wasted
Yeah.
taxpayer
Blue
money.
ring.
And it's like, that's not like, grow up. But I mean, like, there's like, definitely so much more
We should get some
to
info
it.
on that blue ring.
We definitely should.
Yeah, really.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
slam that.
Fact check.
I'll Google it.
Okay.
I mean, whatever.
We'll search it.
Yeah, I feel terrible that I don't know more about it.
That's okay.
I'm
We're all
still
learning.
I'm still a young merchant. There's a lot to know. There's a lot.
Oh hell
a
yeah,
lot
there's
happening
so
in the
much
city.
to learn.
I think public art's really important, and I think that there's a budget line item for it, right?
Yeah.
It's important to the city. It's and art is expensive, and I'm
The
glad that
name of
money.
the sculpture
Okay,
is the Traveling Light.
that's right.
That's
Yes,
okay, that's kind of a cool
It
name.
currently
Okay.
has 176 ratings on the Googies,
Okay.
and it has 2.2 stars.
Oh,
So it's not doing
no.
great.
Okay, but there's information about the artist and what they were doing.
Here we go.
Where are you getting your not?
Hey, what's your source?
I don't know. There's a lot of websites here.
Okay.
Should I do
So, what are you making over there?
CBC?
I haven't.
Okay. Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna
So
move this.
we
Yeah.
should talk about what we've made.
Okay.
I
Let's see what we got.
made. I'm gonna try to
I haven't really made anything.
pick it up.
I made something and then I destroyed it. I need a cup of water. I'm just keep like want to dip
Oh
my
yeah, to
fingers.
like
so I
yeah.
can like smooth it out.
So I
give
made-
it some elasticity.
If we can get the camera on this somehow, I don't know how we'll
I
do it.
really don't recommend you do that.
Okay, I made a cue and I made horns with it,
Smart. Oh, thank you.
and 'cause I just thought it'd be kind of cool, and then
Can you
I
have
made.
a cup too, please? Then I can like dip my fingers in it. So unenvironmental
Actually,
right here.
yes, you can because
Oh.
you.
We
this is a
almost
big
forgot
thank you
about the big white
as
box.
you coming on our guest,
that-
the loveliest
for
Miss
me?
Jess.
It's for you.
It's just for you.
What's inside? We don't know.
It's my ear,
the
like Van Gogh.
box? Oh, look.
Just kidding.
What a horrible
Sweet.
art.
Pranked.
I love it. It even says my name.
It does.
Episode 5.
Hell
5's
yeah.
my lucky number.
Oh.
Evicted. I'm
Five's
taking-
my
yeah.
number.
Is it?
It's my number,
I love
yeah.
it.
It's my
Nice.
jersey number.
Okay.
I also have a championship ring with it on it too.
That's gangster. That's
So this
gangster.
is going to my studio. I'm going to take this to my studio.
Nice.
I love these style of mugs. Okay, so like this was obviously made out of some sort of clay or something.
Yeah, because Jess can break it down for us because she knows.
Absolutely. Yeah, someone had to make that handle and then attach it. Yeah, there's this lovely little rim here you need to have.
I do like rims.
So there's less surface area hitting the table, right? So
Yeah.
when your beverage is hot, there's less
won't
condensation.
compress oh
That's
my
why
god,
there's
that's fucking brilliant.
who knew?
I didn't. That's for sure.
Things you learn in art school. Okay, so I'm gonna do this instead. Like this.
Nice.
Now I can like smooth this out.
It's pure moonshine.
That's what I've gotten here. Yeah.
Just
getting a little rowdy.
Jess handles
You
her
know.
liquor like a boss, like more than anyone I've ever seen.
No, just the mess. That's what. Yeah.
That's what they called her in high school. Just the mess.
Just the mess. No, not quite high school.
10
This
years
is just
ago.
basically my 20s. Yeah.
Did you see Just the
So,
Mess
like-
at the party the other night?
It's like 20s. So
Yes,
like
I did.
5 years
Yeah,
ago?
she was the first one to leave because
Not
she was so drunk. Sorry?
Like your 20s is like what, 5
Oh, I'm
years
not
ago
even
or so?
telling you.
Yeah, so
I
thought.
never discuss my age.
Nice. Third, yeah.
Fair.
My
Never
mom,
ask a lady.
my mom told me that never ask a woman's age, but
Never ask a
Never ask
lady
a
her
woman's
age.
age.
Never ask a
Simple as
man
that.
his salary.
Yeah, just don't.
oh no, ask a man his salary. I don't give a shit. Just don't ask
I
a
have
woman
no
her
shame,
age.
actually. I'm in my 30s. I'm like in my mid 30s.
Like
I have no
31?
shame about it.
No.
No, that's
You-
not mid.
You're a
That's
liar.
early.
You're
You
like
don't look a
28.
day over 26.
You guys are full of
You're a liar. You're
flattery, and I love
Full
it.
of
I'll
liquor.
take it. Yeah. I
So,
appreciate
Quentin,
that.
what inspired you to make this cue with devil horns?
Yeah. You're
Some-
feeling a little.
I was gonna say some could say I'm a little horny. Oh,
That was just like too easy. Jeez. I don't even know why I didn't even think about that.
The funny thing is, I wasn't even thinking about that joke when I was making it. I just thought it'd be cool to add devil horns to it because, like, devil horns. It's heavy fucking metal. Yeah. But then also, I went and created some weird abstract thing.
Yeah, I see this.
Kind of looks
Yeah.
like a worm with more worm on it.
Yeah.
That is literally what was going through my brain. It was
Oh,
like if worms
hell
were in like the biblical times. This is like when Abraham was gonna sacrifice his son.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm just seeing a lot of movement in your form. You know, I'm getting something very earthy about that, like organic lines. Yep, you got some volume and weight happening, especially the weight at the bottom. You know, but that's about. All
I like
I've got.
blending it too, so it looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah. What were you really going for there?
This one,
Yeah.
I was hoping Jared would find something suggestive about it, and maybe he would slide in my DMs later when the episode's over.
The mic was there. I just hit my head on the mic.
And what do you got going on?
Ouch.
What are you
Yeah,
making?
what's
there?
that? That looks cool as hell.
I made a figure 8,
Okay.
but this part goes up. It doesn't touch here. Well, and this part goes over it, but these parts also don't touch. They go into the table. And when I was making it, like I'm not a artist or whatever, but I was just thinking like art
You
is
are, you
infinite.
just made something.
So then I made infinity symbol with the art.
Homie is a creative thinker.
Wow.
He really is.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was
That was
silly.
loud
You
as
like
hell.
almost need like a little button where like it just automatically makes
That's the
that noise.
plan.
want a
That's the
soundboard.
future.
Trust
So
me, we
please
want a
don't,
soundboard.
please donate to the Evicted podcast so we can get
You
a
actually can
soundboard.
now.
They need sponsors.
actually can now.
You can. We have
You
a
want to
link.
support the show?
You want to donate 5 cents, $5, or your uncle's nudes? Go for it. Just slide in those Evicted DMs. Link in the bio.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to do for you. My next painting that I sell, you can
Oh.
have half of
Oh
whatever.
my
Yeah.
God.
And then that will I'm gonna
$1
put that-
million? Are you
Yes,
kidding me?
yes. I really hope I sell my next piece of art
Jess
for
is spoiling
$2
us.
million. That
Jess
would be
is-
sweet.
she's
but no,
too nice for-
as
to us.
as a contribution to your show.
You're amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Oh my God.
I'll donate half of my next painting sales to you,
Just
or
so
my
if
next
it-
art sales.
Also officially
And
be
then
a
we're
J-
gonna spend it on a soundboard that makes stupid noises,
and it'll officially be a hashtag Miss J Bros production.
and we'll name it after you. We'll be like, and we'll take a visit to the Jess Broz soundboard.
oh my
Yes.
no,
Just call it the Bros.
We'll call it the Bro Soundboard,
Yeah.
and then when we get
Bros
some more
Soundboard,
cash
yeah.
going, when we actually have our own studio, it'll be the J Bros Warehouse Studio.
I love it. Yes. Okay. Like you guys
Hell
are just
yeah.
like creating my dream
Getting
right
crazy.
here.
That's what
Yeah.
we do, girl.
So I noticed you're.
Dude, what are you
Yeah,
making
I
for us,
know.
Jess?
You guys
So-
did
You got
much
the-
better than I.
No way. You got
guys,
the
like, got
water
creative.
going on. Your hands are way dirtier, which means you're actually getting it.
I'm making like a little
That's
bowl.
what she said.
You know, just
Don't-
making a little bowl.
And it's like smooth as hell.
yeah, you could.
Smooth
Yeah.
criminal.
It's muddy.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just trying to get it even. Like there's like little bumps
sorry.
of clay in
Don't
here right
make
now.
me. I'm gonna kiss
I
you.
wish I had a wheel and I could spin this on a wheel.
We can make a wheel. Me and Jared
Good
could just
luck.
put like our palms out, just start spinning in circles.
I would actually like to see this. Can we?
Can we try? Should we give it a shot?
We'd have to take the headsets off.
Yeah. The director, I don't think would be so pleased. Okay, so
You remix
soundboard.
it?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
We're gonna put the most ridiculous shit on there.
Oh, the
And
most
maybe like a
absurd shit.
vent for your vape.
Well, that and we do plan to start smoking meth in the show too,
good,
because
good.
we've learned that it is healthy. It's good for you.
Good, yeah.
Couple of our one of our
I
producers.
don't support this at all.
No,
Just
no,
so
no.
you know.
It's organic.
I don't believe that for a second.
That's the
but
most
okay,
important part.
you know.
I mean, like,
It's made with organic bleach.
well, no, cough syrup's organic, right?
Okay, so you guys are in
Cold
the
medicine?
produce industry. I'm totally gonna just like divert you from this conversation.
That's
but
okay.
You're in the produce industry. Organic food. What do you think of that?
I think
fucking
it's fucking
joke.
stupid.
Yeah, you think
It's all it is people giving you more money for something you didn't spray pesticide on. You will not die from pesticide. Just wash your vegetables.
But also, say I hand you 2 apples. I say, here's this apple. It costs 60 cents.
Yeah.
Here's this apple. It's organic. It costs you $2. As soon as I say it's organic, I can charge you whatever I want.
Exactly.
Because
And
you're
that's
gonna
why
pay
they
it because
that's why
it's
they do it.
organic, right? But organic stuff, and it doesn't last either.
No.
You buy a bag of organic carrots, and you chop up 2 of them, and you use them. 2 days later, the rest of the carrots are fucking garbage.
And the thing is with carrots, especially those
Obviously,
those
don't-
mofos go long. But that's the thing, yeah. Like potatoes
Don't
will
eat
go gone.
obviously super fake shit, but like a little bit of extra stuff for longevity never hurt anybody.
No, I mean like that's the thing. There's obviously
Sometimes
don't.
it does.
If you enjoy a nice chemically induced pumped full treat like Oreos, hell yeah. But why not? But obviously don't make that an everyday thing. But if you're just buying normal produce, like this from the grocery store, like 89 cents for an avocado, or like I don't know the charge right now, like 50 cents for like a normal lime. That's
$1.39 a pound of bananas.
It's expensive.
Who is charging that?
We are.
Who's we? Shut the fuck up.
Grocery store is like
Fuck up. But
Banana prices are going up.
everything's gone up.
well, yeah. When
Have you
import
tried to buy anything
Inflation.
lately?
import rates, inflation, yeah, and there's no
Jeez.
fucking valid reason for inflation. There's no reason for it, other than people are greedy.
For those of you who are listening and not watching, Dr. Q over here just tried to swallow the mic.
I will one day.
That.
I'm gonna get deep in my fucking gullet.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
I'm so glad that, I've basically grown up with boys my whole life and I can handle this shit.
I'm
You're
just
not
yeah, I'm
like-
glad you have a very
oh my
good sense of
God.
humor.
Yeah, like,
Because I'm like,
We should have made you sign a waiver.
either that have been like you get 2 punches before the show, and then afterwards it's fair game. We can see what we want.
yes.
No, let's grow up. Anyway, so
Maybe a little.
how you pronounce it? Jessica.
Jessica?
Is that the German way of saying it, or? I don't know. I just got-
confusing the poor
I'm
woman.
so
You're confusing the poor
confused.
woman. That's just how he does it.
Oh.
Off topic.
Yes.
What's your favorite TV show?
Oh my goodness.
What a great
You're
question.
asking me a terrible question because truthfully, I don't even have a TV.
What?
I don't have a TV in my apartment.
No, it's okay. He broke mine.
I did
Really?
not.
We were
The
moving,
move broke your TV.
and then I went to plug in my TV in my room. I was like almost excited. I'm gonna let's watch a little bit of Family Guy. I just moved in. Let's relax. And then I pop it on, and what do I see? Except a big ass crack right in the dead center. Broke the LED, and I'm like,
No, it wasn't in the dead center because 5
Oh,
different
fuck
people
me,
looked
sorry.
at that TV and said it was okay, including yourself.
you son of a bitch. It wasn't the glass. It was the LED behind it. That's what broke.
But it wasn't my fault.
No, we were all.
So are you like living without a TV now or do you have
No,
one?
he
Well,
had to.
I have two. I have my big TVs in my living room.
Okay.
And my little one, my cutie pie, was in my room.
Why do you have a TV in your bedroom?
Because if you want to get
He
real,
uses YouTube for music, but
No.
also porn.
No.
Oh,
YouTube for music is on the big TV, but now I have Spotify. I finally got my Spotify back. I just plug my phone in. The real reason, if you want to get real, is because some nights I can't sleep and I get really paranoid and I hear people whisper in my ear and I try to drown it. Yeah, I try to. I don't know if it's because Sometimes maybe I smoke a little bit too much weed maybe at night and I'm a little too stoned. Maybe I'm schizophrenic or something.
Maybe you've just like transcended to a whole new level
Maybe.
of like subconscious.
But I don't
and they're
like
talking
it,
to you or something.
and it's scary. And so I try to drown it out with Peter Griffin's voice and Lois's voice. And
That's fair.
Oh.
That's fair. I know some people who do need TV to sleep. I, would never want to have a television in my house, but mostly never in my bedroom.
well, I mean, like if I'm like with like if I have like someone I can like talk to, like if I have like a girlfriend or someone, or if Jared stays the night, and
I was waiting for that.
and have someone to talk to, it's much better. Or like someone, I don't even have to touch them. I just know their presence is close. I'm much more calm and relaxed. Even if it's like when I was a kid, like I shared a room with my brothers, and just knowing that they were there was just much better than
If anything comes
being
in
alone.
here, they're gonna fucking get them
Well,
first.
yeah. I mean, my older brother, he was older. He was like my big ass gorilla, and then Kurt, my younger one, is now he got really into weightlifting, and he's turning 20 in October or 21 in October, and this kid is huge. Like when I was younger, I could kick, we could fight and I'd kick his ass, whatever. Now, nope, they both kick my ass, and I'm like, no, this is stupid. This is not fair.
I got the short end of this deal.
Yeah, you were. It was just, yeah, I did. I really did. Because he came out of nowhere and was like, hey, guess what? I'm stronger than you. And I'm like, what the fuck? No,
Isn't that
you're-
what siblings do, though?
Oh, especially
Yeah.
brothers. I have an older sister, and all me and my brothers would do is just go to her room and roast her. We would go, hey, Beverly, guess what? And she'd be like, what? Like, they call me at the barbecue, but to light their ass up, and we would just go to town. We would just, like, lay into her.
I used to pick on my brother horribly. I've apologized to
Are
him
you
as
the
an adult
were you the
many
older?
times. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
100%.
That's the thing right there. The older sister's got
I used to kick his ass until he was big enough to beat me back. And then as soon as he could, take me down,
That was
that was
it.
it.
Yeah.
I never fought back after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
They get too big, and it's like, well, now it's not even fun anymore.
No.
Now it's like Chris Brown and Rihanna.
I don't even know what that, I don't have no pop culture.
So
Oh,
What
I
is
can
that?
tell you.
What was
I
it,
know.
2000?
I saw a documentary. I can tell you what
it was
happened.
a while ago, but for you who don't know,
Yeah, me who don't know.
Chris Brown, rapper,
'Kay.
Rihanna,
Okay.
R&B singer, dated,
'Kay.
yada yada yada. Some shit went down. Chris Brown beat the shit out of her.
I can tell you why.
Oh.
I can tell you why.
Beat the shit. Are you devil's advocate right now?
Yeah, it's Chris Brown released his own
What?
documentary about this. So I don't know if this is. Obviously, I wasn't there. I was just listening to Kiss Kiss when I was like 11, 12 years old, jamming out to Chris Brown and T-Pain. But so apparently what happened was Chris Brown and Rihanna were driving, they're rolling around his whip or whatever. And before, obviously, they didn't have the iPhones.
Call it his whip.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like-
also
like
a
his
pop
car?
culture term.
Yeah. Why is it called a whip?
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Isn't that
Because
work in
whip-
progress?
We get whip around in it.
Oh, I always thought it was work in progress. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Oh, no, I could.
Continue.
I
They're
mean, you could
whipping
be right.
around in his whip.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess before all they didn't have iPhones, so all his music, his brand new music, was saved on CDs. And so he's showing her he's playing some new stuff as whatever. And I think if I remember this correctly, she was pissed off about something and she started slapping and scratching him and hitting him. And so taking his CDs and breaking them. And so he doesn't like that, obviously, and he was young, and there's no justification for hitting a woman ever. But he was younger, he was an asshole, and so he swung at her a couple times. But I guess
More than a couple.
she kept going, and she was going I guess in a matter of sense belligerent, just going berserk on him. And of course, he's this young rich guy. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna use my fists. And yeah, he just fucking went to town on her. And I'm not trying to be funny about that. I mean,
That's-
really
Beat
hurt
the
her.
shit out of her.
And I mean, because the pictures went viral.
We
when
can
it
joke
happened.
about it now. But
Well, we can, but at the same
Can
time,
we though?
We
can
can
you
joke.
really joke about?
We can joke about that
domestic
situation.
abuse.
But that's the thing. No, domestic
like-
abuse isn't funny. But
like
that
any
whole
kind.
Well, no, but at the same time, obviously, the joke in the sense isn't the fact that domestic abuse is funny. It's because I like dark humor. I like that
That's
shit.
fine,
but
yeah.
but what makes some of Jareth make a joke about it to me. What make it funny to me is the absurdity of it. Is the fact that it was so that actually happened. And it's insane that this shit actually happened.
And
it's
the
almost
shock factor of it.
the
is what
shock
makes it-
factor.
Well, and then
that's what. It's, I never would see that and be like,
I don't condone it.
and like laugh and point. Be like, that's good. No, my dad beat the shit out of my mom for years. I hate that shit. I hate that. I can't believe I just said that. But
Maybe edit that out.
no, I don't.
I'll get the notepad out.
am
Why don't you
very,
relax?
very protective of women in that sense. I don't care for that shit at all, and like I don't care if a woman like went like pull a knife and like put it to your throat or try to cut your cock. I don't care.
Yeah.
You just don't. And like I don't know. I guess we're getting a little serious
We're getting
here.
super serious here.
Jared,
Yeah.
can you take your pants off really quick? Just here,
No.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa,
I think what we're talking about is very valid. I think it's something that needs to be discussed more. You know, I know like COVID has changed a lot of things for people, especially, you know, people
Agreed.
who live, you know, so I think
Especially people in those domestic situations.
that, and I hope that they get the help that they need.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
And that's what
We
that's
should
the-
all feel safe.
But
you
that's
know,
and exactly. And
but there should be no reason that stuff is what is out there in the media. Like, why are we learning about these things? Like, why aren't we learning about things that matter? Like, why does it matter what Chris who?
Chris Brown.
Okay, and Rihanna are doing? Like, who gives a shit?
I don't give a shit about them.
You know, but like that shouldn't, that, you know.
But and also just kind of revert back to what I was saying earlier with the whole like, fuck, my brain's fried. What was I saying earlier? We're talking about
A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
we're
there's
talking
been
about domestic
we've covered a lot of
violence.
topics tonight.
Domestic
Need
violence.
something
Chris
to put
Brown,
this
this.
You did say 9/11 one time.
Yeah, that was
that's
a little.
funny. That's funny.
I
It's
listened
fine.
to that episode.
Fuck's sake,
I was
that's
like,
offside, bud.
whoa.
Fucking offside. It was 2001. I could care less. Come at me, Bush. No, but like, there's actually some serious stuff here we're getting on, and like, oh my god, I wish my brain wasn't so ruined.
And let's
This is
remember-
why you don't pop Flintstone gummies.
Okay.
You just don't pop.
Don't
them.
pop
Anyone's-
those, right? I thought they would
anyone-
help, you know, like all that like vitamin A.
I mean, like one or two is
B.
fine, but when you're bucking lines of like 9, 10 of them at once, I mean, it
He
doesn't-
takes him for the vitamin D.
I take him for the vitamin Barney.
Vitamin Barney.
Get it.
Nailed it.
I don't get
nailed
it.
There's nothing clever about that except for the fact that one of the
Barney
characters
is a
of
character on
Flintstone
the
is
Flintstones,
Barney.
yeah.
That's the only thing.
Oh yeah. That's right. I should know that. That's totally from my time. I watched that stuff growing up as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I loved cartoons.
Yep.
Sunday cartoons were the best. You would have like breakfast with your family.
Sit
You
on
get
the
to watch
carpet.
yes, watch
Oh, yeah.
cartoons all day.
And, like-
stay in your pajamas.
And the weirdest thing is like when you're getting up for school in the morning, it's like it sucked. No one wants to get up for school. But Saturday morning, your ass is up at 6 and you're
Oh,
chock full of energy.
1000%.
You're ready for
Watching
whatever it is. SpongeBob,
Yeah.
fucking
It's so weird.
Jetsons, night. Oh man, Rocket
Meet the
Robin Hood.
Robinsons.
Did you ever see Rocket Robin
I
Hood?
don't know. No.
What about the like
Meet the Robinsons. That was a
sucks.
show.
Suck. It was a show. It was a movie.
Pretty sure it was also a show.
Meet the Robinsons.
Pretty sure.
Show.
Pretty sure. want me
Movie.
to Google it?
I meant to say movie. Yeah, right now. But have you seen like 1960s Spider-Man?
I would have to.
Like it was on
maybe-
Teletoon Retro.
Maybe, probably.
I mean,
you
like,
know,
that
do you
one-
remember Batman Retro?
A little, maybe.
Like with Adam West?
Oh yes, I do. Like
Yeah,
the POW and shit. Hell yeah, I
Yes.
love that.
Yes.
That was like
more
holy
familiar with
Shark
that.
Attack Batman. Like yeah, that was like oh, my dad showed us that when we were like kids, and he would find it hilarious with like how ridiculous it was with the fight scenes. But we
Okay.
just laughed because Daddy laughed.
Maybe I'm thinking of
That's
another
what I
show.
fucking thought.
But it was they did that thing in the Family Guy episode when they're in the spaceship, and the lady like takes his wallet instead of the money he was giving him. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the Jetsons.
That Jetsons, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved the Jetsons.
Yes, the Jetsons.
Yes.
No, that was a fucking awesome show.
That
like
was
yeah,
an awesome show.
and yeah, because I don't know the characters' names, but yeah, like the Family Guy did a scene where, like in the opening credits, where George Jetson would give her like a couple dollar bills, and she would take the money, hand it to him, and take his wallet and leave.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they did a scene where he's like, no. He goes and grabs her and pulls her back. He's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I was just taking it for groceries. Like, yeah, bullshit. You're not taking my whole wallet so you can go buy groceries. Just a ridiculous Family Guy moment. But it was so funny because, like, I'm sure, like, all like the fathers or whoever, who grew up watching the Jetsons, actual like
Thought it was hilarious.
more so like working men, like
Yeah.
like
They would have probably related to that.
exactly,
Right? Yeah.
which I can only imagine what that would have been like. But I
You
can
still
understand.
Can only imagine what it would have been.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. Well, no, I grinded 12 hours today. What do you?
I'm joking.
Wow, he's
You
more-
grinded 12 hours today.
I think it was 12. Hold on.
Yeah.
When'd you get
Let
there?
me do some mental
7:30?
math. No, it's like 4:30 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
I need to wash my hands. Yeah.
Are we gonna take a quick break so Jess
Can
can get
we?
fingers?
Yeah.
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 We're gonna bust out real quick.
like
Young
that.
Jess is gonna get those fingies clean, and Jareth's gonna clean my fingers.
Ooh.
We'll see you soon.
Okay, and hands are clean now. We're back in business.
Fresh till death.
And
Even
if some
cleaned
of
up
you,
here.
oh,
Yeah, I needed a little cleanup.
the table feels.
I was
better.
really muddy.
Yeah. So if some of you can remember, we were talking about art around Calgary, and the blue ring got brought up, and I hit the Googies looking for some info, and then we stopped talking about it. But we're going back to that in case.
I think
You
it's
wanted
important
to
that
know.
we have the, and like we won't forget.
No, we
Yeah.
we never forget.
Lest
We're
we
like
forget.
elephants. So this article, CBC, yada yada yada, called "The Big Blue Hope: A Lens on Calgary's Soul."
Ooh.
So, on the quote to start this says,
Okay.
"Be
Oh.
kind to the blue ring. It means more than we believe it means."
100%.
So, sorry, I didn't
Yada,
read
yada.
the whole thing.
Oh, you
before
should have
I-
read it. Oh, okay. I thought you were
yada
like,
yada. It's art stuff.
Yeah.
That's rude.
But could you imagine what it would be like to fabricate something of that size?
Oh,
I mean, like, I just think
used
about
to-
it like if they were
Nothing
welding it
artsy,
or
but-
bending it,
Keep looking.
it's a lot of work. And like the solid one blue stream, not drops, no fucking weird page streaks. It's a very solid blue.
The space that you would need and like the materials that you would need.
That you'd have to rent out a warehouse or something to get the proper
Yeah.
thing. You have to learn how to weld if you had to join pipes or something. I have no idea how they made it.
I don't know either, actually. But
Like they could have taken one big ass pipe and just bent it and then welded the end. They could have fucking maybe they use hot
Could you
glue.
imagine what it would take to bend a pipe that big?
Oh man, lots
know?
of like a big equipment and patience
Yeah.
because you gotta fill the pipe.
Well,
with,
you'd have to heat the metal too.
and you gotta fill the pipe with wet sand so it bends
Uh-oh.
without bending the metal. Jared, what'd you find?
What'd you
That's the second time you
Oh,
bonked
no,
your
it's
dome.
just- you said, could you imagine what it would take to bend a pipe that big? And my
Oh,
mind went elsewhere.
jeez.
So I apologize for that.
Oh my goodness, I forgot. With like
So-
12-year-olds right now.
Yeah.
Essentially, what I have read here, it's not the blue ring. It's called Traveling Light, and basically their intention was to create it as like a loophole or like a passageway to see into our past and how our past has shaped us, and how it can lead us into the future, and not focusing on, such benign things, stuff that makes us angry or famous people, yada yada yada. It's more of the beautiful peoples and the beautiful history,
They're focusing
that
on the
have
positive
yeah,
and the
the
good,
positive
as
things
opposed
that have
to
shaped
like
the
the
city
shit.
of Calgary. And that's okay. What you
Yeah,
let
that
me
sounds like a great
scroll.
art piece.
There we
I'm
go.
really interested in that,
That, I
Once
like
you
I
read a
understand
little
that.
bit of
behind
like
that.
where it came from and why it's there.
But this is what I was saying. There's not like enough education towards that, right? They're
No,
like, okay, we
no,
just
that's
purchased
really
this
right.
$100,000, whatever. I don't remember what the cost was on that, but there's no information about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember. I'm so really bad. Oh my God. I just keep burying myself here, just digging myself a nice little trench. I don't remember any of these people. I'm some artist.
Story of my life.
But we're actually really lucky to have the Peace Bridge, and everyone was like, oh, it looks like a Chinese finger trap, but it's actually like, we're really lucky to have that art piece made by that designer. And
Is the Peace Bridge the one that has like the red
Yeah.
and the big bar?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay,
tunnel
yeah,
over it,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I think that's a great bridge. Like, it's a
no,
great piece.
and people love, and like honestly, it looks awesome.
It's
taking
always
pictures
busy,
on. Always
you know?
busy, always like, especially during like graduation or like some shit like that. Like grad students love taking that shit, and like
I dig that more than the Center Street Bridge and like, some lions.
yeah, like it looks
Like-
way better. they always look good because like they always have the focus with that red and the light in the background and the
It's
people
beautiful.
or the focus.
Yeah,
Like
and all that.
always, the pictures always look really cool.
Yeah.
Even if people have no idea who they are, I'm like, you know what? Random graduates, you look fantastic, and the background.
Right.
yeah.
Speaking of
Yes.
fantastic art, Jess, you brought
yeah,
something.
I brought
here.
one more piece. This is a favorite.
Ooh,
It's
this
still a
is
work in
looking good.
progress.
But
Oh,
it's
still a
it's
work
already
in
looking
progress. We're
sweet.
getting a sneak peek.
Oh, look at this! Is
Yeah.
a big piece.
I'm really happy with this piece. So this is a process piece for me. So every day or almost every day in the month of August, I've added more drips to this piece. So I'm at just over 600 and I'm hoping to do 1,000 drips
Wait.
in one month.
Wait, drips. What do you
Drips
mean?
of paint.
You
So-
just put
Yeah.
like paint at
So
the
you
top
just
and
do a
let it-
drip and you let it just go?
I just let it run. Yeah. So I love what's happening. There's like these paint interactions that are happening.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I
it's
just went
almost
for it, I'm
sculptural.
sorry.
Yeah. I just like want to.
No, yeah,
feels
it's a like the acrylic paint. Like no,
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like a
just
blind
acrylic
person
paint.
reading for the first time.
But I think like this could be something that's very approachable for someone who has, sight impediment. Like they could actually feel the art, right? And they could see.
Yeah,
They
no.
could feel the way that the drips are going in two different directions. There's this like play on gravity.
Oh, you do it both ways. Oh.
Yeah, I do it
yeah,
both ways.
Flip back and forth.
Yeah.
And I just noticed.
Yeah,
'cause
like
I see
it's
the
because
drips
it's only
coming this
like
way, and then I see this.
it's only half open.
Let's move Jess's perfect art over here.
Oh yeah, my little
Fantastic
bowl.
bowl. I'm gonna eat Cheerios out of that. It's gonna be my favorite
It's
piece.
pretty long.
No one's
like
ever said that to me
nice.
before.
Quentin,
I was just
your
gonna say
life's
that's what she
tragic.
said.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, you need
No,
to get
no.
out there more.
Walking
His sex life
tragedy.
is
Wow, what a mean thing to
So is
say.
mine. It's fine.
So I think this would make like a great table runner. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it
serve
looks
your
cool as
Thanksgiving
hell.
dinner on it. Yeah. So if you want to buy it, just contact me,
I-
Miss J Broz.
I
You know what
wouldn't
you
want
should
to
do?
disrespect
On
it with the
Instagram.
Thanksgiving.
you know
but-
those like resin tables that they do?
Oh yeah.
This would be cool on like a resin table, like the top layer of a glass table with some resin
Yeah,
over
that'd be
it. It'd
cool.
super cool.
Somebody's just gonna we said it here first, right?
Nobody copy it. We have the again.
We got the
for
copyright
third straight
hashtag.
episode. We have the date, time that this was
Miss
recorded.
J
and
Bros right
you
here.
go.
I fucking
You fucking steal her shit. I swear to God. we
steal
will
your
hunt you down.
life.
But like some of these, like there's
I
like
have a
little
very
bubbles
special
in
set of
here.
skills.
I know. I really like those bumps, the random like bubbles.
The textures
Yeah.
are awesome.
Yeah, the textures. You just can't stop touching it.
No, I
know.
can't.
I love art that you can touch. I wish you
It's
could
like a
touch more
barcode,
art.
but prettier.
Like the Glenbow Museum. I wish they had let me back.
Oh, are you kicked out of the Glenbow?
Probably.
I'm not surprised.
I dropped my hoodie down there at the top floor and it got caught in a sculpture.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They
They probably wouldn't remember you. How long ago was this?
I was, let's see, I'm 25 now. I was
Spring chicken.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
No,
Are you
I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
I was a kid. I was maybe anywhere from 8 to
I'm
10
sure
years
you're
old.
They're closing for a little while. They're going to do some renovations.
I would
You
love to
know,
go back sometime soon.
Chances are they're just going to
Which
reset,
one's that?
forget all about it. That's the one like right on Stephen Avenue.
Like the Glenbow Museum is like I think Calgary's biggest museum and most like prolific.
Oh, well, I've probably been there, but
Did you never go on a fucking like field trip?
probably.
He
My
repressed
memory
it.
is
He
terrible.
Lord
repressed
Beaverbrook
it.
take
He
their students
hated his
to-
time
I
there.
didn't go take any classes where I went on field trips. So. My biggest field trip was to the football field.
I knew it. I knew it. Because they getting that fucking city championship was his
Yeah.
biggest football trip.
That was
love
my
it.
biggest field trip in high school. So
I went skiing once.
yeah,
Yeah, I spent more
they
time
don't
on
do
my
that
ass than I
anymore.
did on my feet. I hate winter and I hate winter sports.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love winter and I love winter sports.
I could see
Friends
that.
off.
I hate.
We're fucking done.
I hate being
I
cold.
want to like sit by a warm fire. I want to like read a book.
Yeah.
I want to like cook food that takes 5 hours and then like eat a feast that takes an hour with like good company. You know, that's what winter's about.
Real, it honestly is.
My winters consist of me going out in minus 26 or above and playing hockey on the outdoor rinks, and then coming home with my hair and beard frosted. If you can call it a beard.
would rather slide down a banister of razor blades
Oh,
than do that.
now that is an image. Now that is a.
my God.
That's another saying. That's another one of those sayings.
Who says that?
My grandma didn't say that one.
I was
but
gonna say grandma.
It is an older saying, yeah, for sure.
Like I just
Or I
think,
took it from a TV show.
like banister,
That could
if
be
I
it.
remember that correctly. That's like the railing of your
the
stairs.
railing of the stairs, yeah. You know, like those like I always envision it as
razor
like one
the
of
big
these,
fancy
like one of
curl
those
one,
ones, like the huge. It's like actually like, you know, this deep, and yeah, you just
So you just destroy your nuts. Well, for me, my testicles are
exactly.
gone.
So I would much rather do that than be in minus 26 weather.
You
that
want
is
to
a
see what happens to
statement
me
and a
when I
half.
go out
Oh,
minus 26?
so my
that
brother
a
works
dick pic?
outside
It is.
as a
It's
framer,
especially a
and
dick
he
pic.
works in very cold temperatures, and often I will get weird photos of his face hair covered in icicles.
And his face
Yeah.
just blood red.
And he's like you, he doesn't, you know, like his skin is very susceptible. Oh yeah. 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 You gotta show.
Was that your? Let
You
me
gotta
see
show one of these cameras that photo.
it. Hope it's his penis. Show me.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
it's not.
So what joy do you find in that?
I have a lot of fun just going out with my friends and, you know, spending 3 or 4 hours outside just having fun playing hockey, and you're just having a good time. It's like going to the pub, only you're drinking in public this time.
Well, and you're also doing something healthy and
Mhm,
athletic,
yeah,
right?
getting some
Yeah.
exercise in.
You know what my grandma would say? Different strokes for different folks.
Different
that is
strokes for
another-
different folks.
That's
That's
another
another
one.
one.
I know
yeah.
that one. Oh, I fucking broke my sculpture.
Shit, he broke his
Shit.
sculpture.
Just let it dry out. and
Thanks
then
for
you can just
bringing
keep
this
it.
in.
Hey,
It's cool.
yeah,
It's cool to look
thanks.
at. It's
And
cool to touch.
thank you, my
Fun to
lovely
play
friend,
with,
for
no.
coming in, talking to us, art
Yes.
stuff, showing us some of your masterpieces like this
Thank you.
4 million pound bronze guy. I gotta
Yeah,
get
it's
some
so
reps in.
heavy.
And you know what? Most importantly, thanks for sticking around for Quentin's rants. I know sometimes he went a little bit off.
Oh, it's all good. I
still going.
prepped myself. I listened to the other episodes. You know.
She was ready for my
I
garbage.
think even the swearing came down like a few notches this
I
week.
really
Yeah.
tried. I've
Yeah,
been
it
told to stop swearing so much, and I'm like, "Fuck you, grandma." I'm kidding. I love my grandma. I love her. She's fan. I hope she never sees this because
I hope so,
she's a
too.
better woman than that.
Honestly, I wanted to play this game with you guys. I was like gonna bring some like 40s of liquor, and every time you swore, I was gonna make you take a shot.
Oh, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my God! You should. We can
I
still
would've had
do
to-
that.
I was gonna,
I
but
would
then
have
I
had
was
to
like,
take
no,
a cab home.
I don't want to promote drinking. I know you guys work in the morning. I know where you work. I know who your boss is. I know who your like other boss is. So I was like, I don't want to get any shit from
See,
this.
while I
either.
I respect that God bless you, Jess. You're a good woman. It's
We'll
also
have to do it sometime.
it's
that's
like
for sure.
I know. I want to do this
like,
sometime.
we need that. We are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, one shot
It
for
would
Quinn.
just get worse. You guys would probably end up with alcohol poisoning by the end.
No,
Yeah.
I would end up saying something not like I'm not a racist, I'm not sexist. I'm a good person. I have a good heart. I have a little
I know
wiener.
you just say that.
The problem is that last part. I would go on. I'd be like, "Hey, you guys want to see my dinky?" And then they'd be like, no,
No.
and I'd be like, "Well, too late."
Wouldn't that like change how you guys like rate in the YouTube world if you just started showing penis?
It would,
We'd probably
yeah.
get demonetized. We probably
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
wouldn't want to see us anymore.
Videos would be
You would
taken
never
down.
get like sponsored.
But if he pulled his
Yeah.
out, we get promoted. We get Pornhub deals easy.
You guys would
All right.
traumatize me forever. Like,
That's fair.
yeah,
It's so
Honestly.
fucking beautiful.
it's long.
Let me.
Said no one ever.
No, mine's not.
Okay. That was a little hard for my ears. So I apologize to the viewers and listeners at home. Yeah. She said, "Why is it so thick?" I said, "I don't know."
Wow.
I just
What time is it? Have you guys
Yeah.
just like gone off the rails on me now?
no. We're about to.
Yeah.
Hey, he's slamming it.
Slamming
Anyways,
it.
thanks for bringing the art in.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you
sitting
for having
sitting
me.
down with us, talking to us about all this stuff. And we're beginning the wrap up here.
No, in all seriousness, no. Miss Jess Broz, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Your art is awesome,
Thank
and
you.
telling us. I honestly learned some really cool stuff today, and
Yeah.
and that's
We now
honestly
have a
all I
deeper
care about.
appreciation.
The more you know.
No, especially the fucking stupid blue circle thing. I actually don't think it's so stupid anymore.
Right?
And so if that guy just said it was stupid, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
no,
not.
but
Apologize
We-
to the
we live
artist.
and we learn.
but my
Whose name I still don't know.
my
It
sexy.
was in the article.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we still didn't grab that.
I'm gonna fuck you. My sexy evicted fans, check out Miss Jessica on her Instagram. Hashtag. What's your ad? What's your handle?
It's miss.j.bros, B-R-O-Z.
ms.j.
You got that.
Dot bros.
Check it out. She's got all sorts of art on there.
Thank you.
And hey, you know what?
Her
Maybe she'll
art's
sell it
there.
to you.
Her
We
lovely
don't know.
face is there. Yeah, if you want to purchase some stuff, I'm sure. If someone commissioned you, like, hey Jess, would you want to do a piece for me?
There we
100%.
go.
That's cool. And
Connection
it would be,
100%.
and like whatever it is you commission,
have a
her,
drip
you're gonna get that
painting.
money. Oh man, you get some some really good
Love this
stuff.
painting.
No, I love it. I love it.
Maybe I'll donate it to the show. When it's done. Maybe this will be the one. We'll auction it off, and then the proceeds go towards your soundboard.
Oh, that's
How's
brilliant.
that?
Jess
There
getting
you go.
money for us.
Okay.
God
The
bless.
Bros sound.
Right? Like,
It's
there's this
coming.
process that you guys are going through with your own show as you're layering and you're working
Mm-hmm.
and you're building, and it takes time for that to become something, right?
And it's
It
getting
does.
better as it goes on.
Yeah, each time that you do it, you're learning, right? So I think
absolutely.
it's really admirable what you guys are doing. Like, you're very young and you're really going out there and like guns blazing, I wish
Say
you all the
hello.
success,
Thank you, Miss
And I hope
Jess.
you find like sponsors and all that good stuff that you guys need
Thank
to
you.
succed. Yeah, you
I
guys
do
got
too.
like a dope team back
Blessings.
here.
Yeah, we do.
Thank
We
you
do.
so
We got
much.
Shout out to
sexy
John.
team. Shout
Yeah.
out to Gee.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But thank you for joining us, Evicted. Remember, follow your boy, Love Dr. Q, on Instagram. We got the Evicted on the Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Please look
check
for
it
us.
out. Seriously.
Enjoy us.
Whether you're listening or watching.
And
the
remember,
amount of support that you give us
slide-
is always appreciated.
Slide in our DMs and give us suggestions. If you want to be on the show, you got something cool you want to promote. If you're like a porn director, if you're like a geographist, if you're like, is that a word, geographist?
A geographer?
Geologist, that's what I want to do.
Geologist.
Okay.
Or if you're
Yeah.
just really into like making like wood sculptures or something like that.
Send us a message. And another thing you can do is if
We'd
you
love
want to
it.
talk to us and you want to find out when we're filming an episode and you want to send some live questions in it through our DMs.
Oh, yeah.
That is another thing we can work
And
out.
remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, OnlyFans bans banning sexual content, but it's not going to stop us from providing it. So just keep keep posting on us. 1,000 subscribers, something saucy is
Hell yeah.
coming.
And again, never can say it enough. That was weird to say, but I said it anyway. Thanks again, Liz, from the camera store. We get
Shout
to
out
see
to
all,
Liz.
all
Thank
these
you.
beautiful
Lizzie.
And anyways, that's it.
That's
the
it. Thanks for
show.
joining us.
That's the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hell
This was
yeah.
fun.
Thank you, Jess.
Bam,
This is a
bam,
good
bam.
way to spend a Monday night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best way.
Yeah.
It's only going to get better. Thank you, guys. Love you.